Hey, what's good, hoes? This is Order of Opinion, and today we are continuing our Pirates of the Caribbean breakdown episodes. In case you fucking cared, we're still around.
Yeah.
We haven't killed each other yet.
Yeah, we have to find the antique pistols. They're really hard to find.
We only have one shot saved for each other, and it's just a little bit of diarrhea and gunpowder.
That's all we can afford.
Savvy.
Sorry.
Today we're continuing.
Cherry pits.
He spiced himself.
Yeah, he did.
We're continuing our series, our Pirates of the Caribbean series. Since it's no fucking surprise, I'm just gonna say it. We're doing a cum on a dead man's chest or some shit like that.
That's exactly it. It's
the second installment.
It's the Cleveland steamer on a dead man's chest.
Oh, God. Or what I just found out what it actually really is a rusty trombone, which sounds like Johnny Depp's actual real life. And if she doesn't want to do the rusty trombone, he's gonna fucking punch her with one.
Rusty trombone sounds like Johnny Depp's real name.
His scar in this one's awfully getting rusty. That's for goddamn sure.
Well, that's his scabies. It's just spreading.
But it's rusty. It's like dark brown and crusty. And still bitches like, oh, Jack Sparrow. Mm.
They never make reference to it. So
can
why
he fist me to the bird tattoo?
He can. In real life, too, because he actually got that tattoo.
And he'll jingle while he fucking does it as all his fucking beads and dreads jingle around. Because he looks like fucking Lil Wayne in this movie.
He is, the dreads are getting more ridiculous, right?
He's for sure Lil Wayne because he speaks in nothing but metaphors and endless riddles that make no sense.
He's like, if the key had the key holder, then who would have the key in the key holder's asshole? I don't know.
So check out our previous episodes. This is the second one. We started with the new release. If you actually look through our episode list, you kind of see the pattern of what we're doing. Hopefully.
And it's not getting scabies.
We start with the new movie first, which was Dead Man's Dildo, and then the last one was The Curse of Keira Knightley's Pearl, right?
Yes. And these first two should be on time.
First one, just expect to hear a lot of rape in that movie, because that's what I felt was the pirate's endless voyage of gaining syphilis while raping.
I just read something on, I think it was Reddit or Facebook. Someone was like, as a podcaster, every episode is someone's first episode. Well, if that's the case, then people just think we like talking about rape on that last episode.
It was just a joke, and it's my ultimate problem with Disney is that they go sort of in, but not all the way in.
Yeah, because they make dick
just make
jokes.
the shit rated R and just complete gross.
I mean,
like you have your main character has syphilis on his face.
I think that's the scabies. The syphilis is what makes his dick
and you
not work.
continue to let him work for you after he beats women.
Well, okay. Walt Disney never said he cared if you touched a woman or not. He only cared if you were gay, not Christian, or black. But if you're none of those things...
So if you like to hear shit like that, check out our previous episodes. Especially Fast and Furious, our golden child. Look at all of our episodes on that one, because that's just a fucking great series.
Well, if that's your first episode,
I was watching it.
You just think we really like Vienna sausages. We're like getting a sponsorship by Vienna Sausage.
Oh, that's great.
I don't think Vienna Sausage will ever try to give a sponsorship.
I think Vienna Sausage is sponsored by the Filipino community.
That or the fucking Italians.
So yeah, check out Fast and Furious. Those are episodes 44 through 51. That's our newest series. We've also done other series in Star Wars, Harry Potter, MCU, fucking X-Men, which apparently no one cares about X-Men.
No one cares about or likes.
If you guys don't start pushing up X-Men on the downloads and subscribing, like you should right now, if you're on iTunes, fucking hit that subscribe button, no matter how gay or terrible you think we are or how dumb you think we are. Just hit subscribe. Give us the fake downloads. We're begging for it. And when we get on Patreon, we're going to beg for your change, too. Just like every other fucking homeless, scavenging vulture that we have in the fucking podcasting business.
We'll be real pirates.
How big of a vulture do you have to be to follow someone, and then if you don't follow them back, or if you do follow them, actually, fuck if you don't follow them back. That's fine. You want to not follow somebody because they don't follow you back, that's fine. But how much of a fucking scumbag do you have to be to follow somebody, and then when they follow you back, you unfollow them?
That's the type of scumbag that eats 20 McNuggets and 2 McDoubles. Sounds like my kind of guy. Because I feel like doing that right now.
Right?
Yeah.
Fuck you guys. And I'll fucking hunt you down and I'll murder you. I will really fucking kill you.
Goddamn dollar store podcasts.
I know, right?
Recording out those children's mics that aren't really mics. They just amplify the voice.
And if you were a girl, since I'm such in a Johnny Depp mood, I'll punch you. I'll fucking do it. And I'll get away with it. I'll just scarf my face around and no one will see me. And I'll run with my hands failing like a fucking idiot.
If he doesn't punch you, I'll give you syphilis.
Yeah, so if you're on iTunes right now, just fucking hit subscribe. Because we're becoming hopeless.
Starting to, yeah.
Nah, not on all seriousness, it's fun to do. We love to do it. But at the same time, I am going to kill myself.
One day, you won't be able to resist.
Yeah.
I've been contemplating for a while now.
It's just the right thing to do sometimes.
I have a suicide letter written, that's for sure.
Is it on your chest?
No, it's about the endless voyage of podcasting.
Oh.
It's about the same as Jack Sparrow getting the Black Pearl because we never know where the fuck we're going, and every time that we're going on it, it's with a bunch of scumbags.
Yeah, and we have
that are our fans. Your fans just know you're a scumbag, and it's cool.
We have a compass that points to nowhere. Literally, it just keeps pointing us to failure.
It's not even like it's that bad. We're not even saying that we're failing or anything. I'm just saying we want more.
Yeah.
All right?
I think it's just the realization.
We're not that guy on Reddit saying we're fucking 100. Well, dude, I'm going to quit. 5 episodes, only 20 downloads an episode. God damn it. So, yeah. And if you're on SoundCloud right now, just fucking follow us. And apparently keep listening to fucking Tokyo Drift because that's the only... that seems to be the... I don't know what Tokyo Drift carries, what kind of mantra or aura it carries, but it definitely carried me into Japan. I want to only eat out of vending machines the rest of my life.
Something about that makes me...
I have a fetish for piss all of a sudden, too.
Oh, and dirty panties. And shit that doesn't need ketchup.
And I like girls with shittier teeth. Yeah, it's starting to turn me on more.
But I'm so happy that that's the one that's getting the most downloads. Like, something about that makes me so happy that it's Tokyo Drift.
And I'm just going to say this right now and finalize it. Fuck Stitcher. Blow me.
Yeah, Stitcher sucks.
And if you go on and if you follow us on Twitter, which all descriptions are in the links, and follow us on Facebook, you'll see when our release schedules come out, because you never know when we're going to drop a fucking episode.
No.
You never know.
Actually, this one we're
Floor
on time.
Ages might come at you. But it's up there.
Well, we got the first one out on time. We'll get this one out on time.
Yeah.
The other two are crapshoots.
All right. So, Dead Man's Chest. I gave it a 7.3 out of 10.
7.3. Wow, you gave it, like, pretty low. I gave it an 8.
Really?
I liked it.
Oh, God.
You gave fucking the first one a 9.3.
Because the first one's an actual good movie.
This wasn't
This
bad.
one is a cartoon.
That's what I liked about it.
It's Ninja Turtles 2, except for the fact that there's no ooze. Or what was it called? Is it ooze?
Yeah.
There's no ooze. It's Sparrow Shegma.
No, in this one it's the Kraken Schmegma, because there is a scene where Jack Sparrow's literally covered in
You mean
Schmegma.
Kathy Griffin's vagina?
That is
That's what I took it as.
Well, because remember what he said? He said, you open it up, it smells like 1,000 rotting corpses.
Well, especially when it shoots its discharge all over fucking Johnny Depp at the end.
That's actual Schmegma. That's the Schmegma of 1,000 dead
That's why
sailors.
he's like, not that bad. I have worse.
Yeah, right? He's like, the Schmegma of my brethren sprayed upon me.
Hello, beastie.
It's a fucking cartoon.
This one is definitely a cartoon, and that's
when
what
he
I
catapulted from a bamboo and did
shit. Or
as he Charlie Chaplin's around, he's just like giving fucking ambiguous looks, like, am I thinking of something?
Or
is the syphilis
part
getting rustier?
Or the part where there's a sword fight between 3 people while 2 other people are stealing behind them.
Well, they were only sword fighting so that the metal can cover up the sound of Elizabeth just cunting out every word that she says.
And somehow they end up on a wheel.
God, every time she screams, I swear to God, I want to actually take that one shot and blow my brains out.
Yeah, why couldn't the one shot have just been to kill Keira Knightley?
That was initially what he was going to do.
Well, that's what he was going to blow her head off and rape her body.
When really he just wanted to punch the shit out of her.
That's what I feel like doing in real life.
That's what Johnny Depp did do in real life.
Just not to Keira Knightley, which would have been nice.
And I'm assuming he had the same amount of rings as he did on his Sparrow, so he probably had 9 rings, so she got a real nice little divot there.
You think it's like fucking the Chappelle Show, or it has the mark of the ring on her forehead?
I don't know. That's where he got the X from when she was trying to defend herself.
Oh shit! That's actually part of his face.
You're getting scabies, mate. Sorry.
I gave you scabies once.
And the infamous crab-legged, lobster-armed, octopus-face, shrimp-dicked fucking Davy Jones.
David Jones.
He's just, if you guys don't know what a simp is to the 38-year-old white fans, if you don't know what a simp is, go look it up. He is a fucking simp.
Yeah, because he's only about fucking getting that. Well, in this one, they don't even explain that.
Well, he wanted his fine fucking Barbadian brown sugar, that's for sure.
Well, not in this one, no. They explain that in the next one. In this one, he's just trying to rape Jack Sparrow.
Right? Because every movie has to somehow lead into, Jack Sparrow, that son of a bitch.
Damn you, Jack Sparrow.
Because that's what everyone chases, because apparently he's just gone around ruining lives.
He does. I don't know.
He's such a fucking idiot and a feminine bitch. How can he ruin your life that badly?
What was the deal that he had with him either? They sort of glaze over that, right? They're just like, yeah.
He's like, I shot the black pearl out of Kathy Griffin's vagina, and you took advantage of it.
You were going to be captain of Kathy Griffin for 12 years. He's like, but I was only there for 2. He's like, you weren't a very good captain.
But dude, come on, man. This is the most cartoonish shit I've ever seen in my life.
There are points where
there was literally cartoon sounds.
Yes.
There was doink. I heard a doink.
There were parts where they were literally running in circles.
Yeah, as he was Charlie Chaplin around, he's like, oh.
Yeah, in their sword fight, there's a part where they literally all run in a circle. There's a part where they fight on a wheel that's rolling down a hill.
And how retarded is he to, literally, these people are following a picture. When he could just be like, yeah, dude, Davy Jones has a key. There you go.
Right? He's like, this is what the key needs to look like exactly. As if Davy Jones would have 5 other keys on him.
I know, right? He's like, he hangs it off his shrimp dick. Just find it.
Jack Sparrow, you found my key.
And he just had a picture of it.
Yeah.
He almost killed himself for a picture of a key.
They literally tell him that. They're like, bro, what the fuck? Do we get treasure? He's like, no, better than treasure. A piece of paper with a key on it.
And it shows how much of a fucking scumbag. If any movie, this is the biggest scumbag, Jack Sparrow. He's like, I know you guys saved me from, death, but fuck you guys. I'm going to trick both of you to, both get you killed, essentially.
Well, I like that. He is the biggest scumbag in the world, but he also seems to be getting a little dumber.
Yeah.
His plans but I get it.
He's scurrying.
Well, that exactly. Because he feels the pressure coming down, so his decisions sort of suck. In the first one, he never had a lot of pressure. He's just like, okay, I'm going to die. Or okay, I guess I'll get the black pearl.
He's like, I'll just come up no matter what. I'll just fuck around.
In this one, he's like, I got the fame. I don't know how to handle myself.
Or he did too much drugs, mate.
He's like, I'm going to fight a dude on stage. And then I want to fight my lady at home.
But at the same time, yeah, you're right. It was sort of entertaining, just completely and utterly beyond autistically challenged. That's for sure.
And you know who was the most autistically challenged was Will and his dad, because weren't they a bunch of fucking idiots?
Yeah, they showed how much the retarded bloodline passes down generation by generation.
Oh, it all connects by the time you hit the 5th one, because that's the dumbest Turner yet. Yeah, but even
all of the Turners are just fucking idiots, right? All of them. The 5th one, wait, no, there's 3 Turners, right?
Yeah.
Only 3.
Bootstrap, fucking dumb fuck, and dildo Turner.
Yeah, essentially. And it's funny because they had that little dice game which they were playing for years off of their service, which no one accounted for. What the fuck is Davy Jones just writing it down?
Yeah,
you think I'm just gonna let some asshole just win with dice and get off my ship? What the fuck do you think's gonna happen?
A tennis goalie or tennis fucking goalkeeper, in a high ass chair, and he's like, yes, you get 10 off. Oh, you get 5 off.
Tennis goalkeeper?
Yeah, they sit in those high ass fucking chairs.
Are they called goalkeepers?
No, scorekeeper. Sorry.
You don't score goals in tennis, bro.
No, you win matches.
Are you a Turner?
No.
Because that was fucking retarded.
It's a fucking, When it's funny, too, is that this Turner, the older Turner, especially, he might be the full-on retard.
Yeah, he literally gave his life away when Will was like, dude, are you, I'm stupid. How fucking stupid have you become?
Right?
He's like, I get that you're leaking gonorrhea and your dick is a starfish, but, what the fuck happened to you, dude? Is this how fucking stupid you are? Then he's like, yeah, honestly, I can't say I didn't enjoy being a butt pirate the last 20 years. Davy Jones fucking tentacles feels good.
Yeah, I think that's what fucking Jack Sparrow is trying to get away from.
Yeah.
Davy Jones' tentacle up the ass.
But he just tricked... First off, Will's a fucking idiot, too, because he was tricked, obviously. Jack Sparrow fucking tricked him again. He tricks Elizabeth just because. He's like, yeah, it'll work out eventually, because I'm fucking scared right now.
Elizabeth, too. Oh, my God. They all get tricked by Jack Sparrow. Jack Sparrow doesn't... He gets tricked by Elizabeth. Davy Jones...
Well, because her mosquito bite titties can fit in anywhere. She can be a man anywhere.
This is the ultimate trickery movie, though, because everyone's getting tricked by everybody.
Except for Norrington.
Norrington...
Who finally has some emotion, right? As he's a drunken, like, a scumbag now.
And we finally know
because
his name.
He fucking sailed into a hurricane like a fucking retard as well.
He's still over
Even
shit.
Gibbs was like, dude, you sailed into a hurricane? I'm the retard?
He's like, it's my fault your life is over. Your ass sailed into a hurricane.
And Norrington at the end, is, like, as he gets back to Britain, all of a sudden becomes monotone again. He's like, oh, I have it. I jizzed in his heart.
But prior to that, he's just like, you're the one who killed me. He finally becomes sort of piratey, and they're like, bro, what the fuck is your problem? And he literally, as he's describing his problems or hearing anyone else's problems, is almost over it. He rolls his eyes like 90 times in this movie.
Yeah, and he's the only one that calls out Sparrow on his shit. He's like, are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
Elizabeth, you cunt.
He's like,
you're going to listen to this fucking scabies-infested son of a bitch.
There was one part where someone says something, and he out loud just goes, oh my God.
But at the same time, it's so cartoonish and ridiculous that I can't even vibe with it. Because at least the first Pirates of the Caribbean is character based. So everything is like fluctuating through the characters. And they're fleshed out so well that you're like, all right, this is something I could watch like 20 times. This movie I could watch every once in a while. It's probably cool as fucking theaters.
It does get
but I don't fucking remember it in theaters because it's Pirates of the goddamn Caribbean.
I don't think I saw this one in theaters. It does get really choppy.
Yeah.
Because it's not character driven. It's just like these are the order of events that happen. And that's it. It's just scene by scene. This is how everybody got to where they were by the end.
Yeah.
So in that regard, I do get where you're coming from, but at the same time, like I think the cartoonishness for me just makes it so like, God, I don't have to.
Yeah, because you don't like good movies and you like shitty movies.
No,
that's just who you are.
I mean, I like fucking good movies.
You liked Tokyo Drift.
Tokyo Drift is a fucking...
That's one of your top movies.
It is a great movie.
Doesn't make it a good movie.
No, it's a wonderful movie.
You just like it.
Yeah. But this one...
But see, that doesn't mean that gives it a good score to me. That why should that affect the score just because you liked it?
Because I think watchability might be the best indicator of how good a movie is.
You're going to say this is more watchable than the first one? Really?
No, I give the first one higher than this one.
I thought you gave it a lower score.
No, I gave it an 8.5.
Oh, okay.
No,
okay.
To me, this one
I thought you gave this a higher score. My bad.
No. To me, this one...
we don't fucking care about our own scores.
No, I might have given it a higher score. Fuck, who knows? No, I didn't. But to me...
I was going to say, there's a little bit of schmegma going on in the air, and you're sniffing it too much.
To not hear Elizabeth and Will talk to each other, I'll take the cartoonishness. If that means...
Yeah, but there's no Barbosa.
That. Well, yeah, that's a hit. But I mean...
Although you can felt his nose pores from a mile away coming up.
That's true, and honestly, to see him for a 3-hour movie after this almost ruins him. It's like, God damn it.
But yeah, so the movie starts off with fucking her being left at her wedding, and you're like, yeah, Will is probably tired of her bullshit as well.
That's what I thought too. I was like, good, in the rain. She's fucking, this bitch sucks.
And we finally find out now Will apparently is Hannibal in the British redcoat life.
Yeah, they're like,
He's
get
Hannibal.
him.
No, the way he's tied up.
Oh yeah, if only he had the fucking...
He's like, oh, he'll bite you. The eyeliner is very, very, very swift.
Look at the Three Musketeers.
Why do they have eyeliner? Why does Jack Sparrow have eyeliner? And how does it not wash off?
I think
or is that Calypso's cum? Is that her blue awful cum that he just rubbed on his eyeballs?
I think that's a disease they're trying to portray. I just don't know which one.
He probably rubbed his nose in a raccoon's ass.
That's possible.
Did they exist?
Did raccoons exist?
Yeah.
Raccoons exist a lot longer than people, probably. Yes, really. Yes, they really have existed for fucking forever.
And then we see why the governor is a queer.
Oh.
He's like, oh, I'm Weatherby. His name is Weatherby.
Yeah, his name is actually Weatherby Swan. Is the B as a middle initial? No one ever knows.
Because he had a choice of being a male fucking bird or female bird. He's like, oh,
He's like,
a
"You'll
Weatherby swan.
And he's literally like, you can't take my only sex slave. He's about to marry my daughter. Don't you know the rules? You marry my daughter, you fuck me. Why do you think I'm trying to get her married? And he's like...
And then that's when EIC guy shows up, Lord Beckett.
Lord
Because
Beckett.
he wants the compass to find his gay lover or his heterosexuality. I couldn't tell which.
No, I think that they were just like, let's make another monotone guy.
Yeah, that's just gonna die. Again, another British guy's like, haha, we'll fuck everything up, but really just die.
Because he literally does. He's like, I have the warrants for their arrest. And he's like, here it is. He's like, this is for Swan. Elizabeth Swan. And he's like,
this is for freeing that Jack Sparrow fella that spread schmegma. Now 72% of us have it on this island.
He's like,
The EIC. He's like, all of you are punishable by glove slaps to death.
He's like, that's what we play tiddlywinks till you can't handle it anymore. It's like, and then his fucking weird Irish guy in the background is like, yeah, tiddlywinks, stop that fucking captain. I look like I should talk a lot meaner than this.
So apparently they are getting charged with dying because everyone has to die in the British world, right?
Yeah, he's literally like,
you chipped your toenail and it went near the governor. Death.
Death. You're a governor and you're queer. Death. You looked at a pirate's schmegma. Death. Seen the inside of a monkey's asshole. That's unnatural. Death.
Yeah. Essentially. No, it's all death, but it's by glove slaps. They just slap the shit out of you with their gloves until you die.
Well, we will eat crumpets until you throw up and die.
That's a really shitty punishment because not only are you dying, you're dying in the most feminine way possible.
And it's the governor who has to do the glove slapping.
He's just twirling around his hands like, oh.
This is why he was in my office.
And then they show the fucking apparently they're trying to make Pirates of the Caribbean darker, right?
Yeah.
As you know, the Pirates of the Caribbean like shimes over the screen like there's treasure in this one, but really it's just schmegma and an octopus.
The Kraken will come on all of you. Don't you wish I were alive to tell you
I
this?
just imagine Kathy Griffin squirting on everyone. On all the fucking street sharks that Davy Jones had.
Well,
Davy Jones had a fucking team of street sharks.
He did.
And like some like, just wood.
And
some of these guys just look
street
like
wood. Yeah, some of them were literally just barnacles. Crusty
well, of course,
barnacles.
the only ones that were barnacles were the obvious Filipino men that he went and raided in Singapore.
Tanggol! I need them!
And you notice when you watch it in subtitles, instead of saying speaking Filipino, it's just speaking gibberish.
Well, it's better than saying like Tagalog.
That would
It'd
make
probably
sense,
be TAG-A-D-LOG.
Tagalog.
Tagalog.
Tag 3PO.
And what is Gibbs doing? Having like a fucking drunk conversation with himself, singing about devil dicks and shit. He's like, devil dicks and smegma parties. He's
like 13 dildos, a pirate's life for me.
And why do we say all pirates have schmegma? Because they're probably uncircumcised and they never shower. Well, so naturally, you're going to have schmegma.
Except for the Jewish pirates, the Orthodox pirates.
Is Gibbs a Jew? Because he's lived for a long time. That's an old pirate.
No, his name's not fucking Jewish.
Because the mute has like a rotting tongue and his pirate's like eating his body parts away as the movie goes on.
Bro,
so you know what the fuck he's doing.
Yeah, dude, Cotton's sort of crazy. At one point, he tries to bite Gibbs' fingers for no reason.
He was going to eat him.
Yeah, I think that's what he was going to do.
And apparently Jack went to raid Shutter Island because fucking...
Dude, some dude's eyeball gets eaten out.
I was like, is this Disney? Can you just make it rated R then? Please.
Yeah.
How much better would Pirates of the Caribbean be if... It doesn't necessarily need cussing, although like a fag here and there would be hilarious.
Ah, you faggot.
And it has to be called Turner.
Turner be a faggot.
I
raped him yesterday.
Jack's probably like, my independent study of a gay man, I would probably say, you are a faggot, Sadie.
It's like, William Turner, I will rape you on this ship. You'll be my slave for 100 years.
He's just going to take his dick with one of his, like, tentacle holes and just fucking dock it.
Do you see the entrance? You're fucking me. The ocean is a weird place.
Yeah, and then yeah, because apparently the birds like the taste of disease on Shutter Island because they just eat these fucking infested old men. Like, these guys are gross looking. Like,
Yeah,
what are they? Do they have fucking leprosy? Is that what they're showing?
Probably.
No, like when Davy Jones, caught the first ship that was brigaded, or whatever the fuck those are called, when they're like ships falling to the ground or whatever, falling to the depths of the ocean,
the depths of hell.
Did they have leprosy? Because that one dude's face was fucking open. It was gross.
Well, you know what? So this is what I thought was weird about that scene, and not to fucking jump too much off a topic. I think those dudes were dead. Or almost dead, because when he looks at Will, he's like, dude, you were neither dead nor close to being dead. Why the fuck were you on the ship?
So that guy that kept pulling rope, he must have drunk some rum in his ass because he was just going fucking ape shit.
Yeah, his hands were bleeding.
That's weird. All right, whatever. So, yeah, apparently, randomly, they just need to show us Johnny Depp. They're like, oh, here's this grand entrance. He's going to punch through something.
He punches through a coffin and steals a dead dude's dick to fucking
He just imagined it was Amber Heard's face, and he's like, yeah!
He's like, I'm glad it was Mandingo's coffin. I needed a big old dick to
Yeah, he
rub.
just fucked a dead body. He's like, yeah, I'm going to roll with y'all, mate.
He's like, I hope you don't mind a detour. Probably not. Fuck you.
As he jingles around.
Then he gets, yeah. Dude, this scene's great, though, because he gets back onto his ship. They're like, did you get it? And he's like, yes, I got a whole bunch of nothing. And then they try to mutiny on him.
Yeah, they were thinking about it. Like, they were really pushing it. Because, well, the Dubaian slaves that they used to build Dubai apparently are on also this pirate ship.
Yeah,
Who were those brown motherfuckers? I couldn't tell what kind of brown they were.
He was like...
They look like they worked at Chic.
You cannot not pay us. He's like...
Gibbs is like, oh, can we do some honest raping and pirating? Arr.
He's like, well, I got this map. It's not a map.
It's a fucking picture.
He's like, did you get the key? He's like, even better. I got a picture of a key. He's like, what's the key?
And he tries to make them believe it, right?
Well, because...
Like that it's something important.
I'm not even going to fucking attempt to try and say what he says, because it's like some fucking... That is actual verbal swordplay, what he does.
If we don't have the key, we can't open whatever it is we don't have that it unlocks. So what purpose would be served in finding whatever need be unlocked, which we don't have, without first having found the key what unlocks it?
He talks so much in a circle that he gets them all back on his side. And I'll just...
Well, he's purposely confusing them. Like he does everyone.
He's like, the key and the master and the key. Who's going to have the key without the ship, motherfucker?
And Gibbs is like, what's your retard speak say to me?
He's
and
like,
Jeff Depp's like, you're not making any sense, you piece of shit. And Gibbs is like, oh, all right. I guess I'll die.
He's like, set to sail.
It's better than pig penis.
He might have liked the pig penis more.
And that's when the Hispanic dwarf, or whatever kind of dwarf he was, talks to Gibbs. He's like, is it me or has Johnny Depp gotten a little gay?
Is he a little trying? Yeah, what is that dude's accent? I can't even imagine. Yeah, and Gibbs is like, he be a little gayer. He's also a little stranger, too.
And, like, Sparrow's so over what the fuck he's doing. He's like, yeah, you guys know what to fucking do. I'm not yelling you skip, scap, scallywags.
He's like, which direction? He's like, that away. And he just points in a random direction. He's like, now get to work, faggots.
And, of course, what has to happen, Beckett has to meet Turner now. He's like, Turner, he's like, I'm looking for a compass. My gay lover has been lost on Isla de la Muerte for years now.
He's like, this guy, you see this guy? He's been painting that map for 30 years on my wall. He'll be painting it for the rest of the movie. He's a real asshole. And
he still has to draw the penis on the map. That's going to take at least 10 years.
He's like, what happened to Commodore Norrington? I used to love raping him.
Who was he? Who the fuck was he?
He was just literally... So, like, at this time in fucking history...
Because apparently they just have to show one little thing that was showed the last movie and turn it into a whole backstory so they can make another movie off of it.
No, this is historical fact. East India Trading Company, they were so big at this time.
No, I'm talking about where he branded Sparrow.
Oh, that's right.
And apparently they had a one-off in... Sparrow shot some schmegma in his ass and he's like all pissed about it now.
It's like, I don't want to talk about that. But no, they literally, at this time in history, if you were part of that company, you were the police, according to England. So they just came in and fucking, like, tried to murder pirates.
So, but I mean, I'm talking about him and Sparrow, bro. I'm not talking about history.
Oh.
Thanks for that, though.
Him and Sparrow fucking raped each other, and Sparrow got the one over on him and came in his eye.
Okay, well, that explains a lot.
That's why his hair went white, and he has the most ridiculous widow's peak ever.
Meanwhile, Gibbs shows how much of a scumbag he really is, because Gibbs is like, yeah, if we lose Sparrow, because the dwarf is like, dude, let's just fucking throw him over. He sucks in it. He's not doing anything. He'll float on his dreads. He got a chance. Gibbs is like, well, if he dies, we suck so bad, we're not going to figure out shit to do. We're going to have to eat your ass.
Yeah. He's literally like, we'll eat it. We're just, no midgets for me.
But yeah, so Becca apparently wants the compass, right?
That's what he tells him, and he's like, I'll give you freedom if you give Jack freedom. Because that's what he says.
If you jack him off.
Yeah.
Let's make it a plot point.
Yeah, because he's basically like, let's make Jack a privateer in England. He can get away with the pardon. You'll give him this. I'll get the compass, and we'll all have a fucking circle jerk.
And he wants to make Sparrow an employee. So he just
yeah.
GURPS his plunder whenever he wants to fucking lay down on land.
Yeah.
Is that what I'm getting here? Because I don't get it.
Well, privateer is like a hired pirate. But yeah, so he would get a cut.
And why give him that instead of just giving him full freedom?
Because then he's doing something for them. Because they would only send privateers against other pirates or other countries' merchant vessels.
But as they see clearly that Jack Sparrow does not ever get treasure, and when he is going after treasure, he doesn't fucking successfully get it.
He doesn't know that. Jack just knows that.
Because the whole fucking 4 of the movies are about Sparrow getting the pearl.
Like Sparrow trying to get the pearl from Keira Knightley, that's for sure.
Well, especially in this movie, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's basically, he wants Sparrow to be his bitch. He's like, oh, I haven't had a boy slave in a while, so I'll just take a 38-year-old with schmegma. That's fine with me.
It's like, no, get out of here, boy.
And it's apparently fucking Sparrow's doing schematics and geometry now.
Yeah, well, what it really
He's like, I run out of rum, I can't think.
He took scissors and he's like, if I walk scissors long enough, maybe I'll find something.
I think he went down to the poop deck to look for any women to beat, but he couldn't find them, so he's like, I'll just get rum then.
Yeah, the bottle's empty and the bitches are beat.
And you can see his crew, that they live like fucking scumbags because they're sleeping on hammocks. As he gets like, you never noticed this yet, right? Like why they hate Jack Sparrow. Maybe that's fucking why.
Because he gets a whole room to himself.
He gets a whole room to himself and they don't make any money.
Yeah. And
what money are they fucking making?
Well, Jack Sparrow too, though, is also the only ship where you won't get whipped on.
Whipped?
Yeah, whipped. Because in every other ship, they have these fools like enforcing the people to work.
Jack Sparrow
Jack Sparrow don't have that.
So you're just saying he's the worst, like...
Nicest but worst captain.
Well, obviously they're willing to commit mutiny on any time.
Because
he doesn't have any like strength of power or strong arming. He won't strong arm you.
No, not at all. They will mutiny on his ass.
That's pretty funny. Yeah, they're living on the hammocks, and I think fucking the dwarf is sleeping on Gibbs' stomach. So that was kind of cute. And we meet Krusty Turner, who's fucking leaking out gonorrhea. He's like, oh.
The old man Turner, he's like,
he's like, Bootstrap, I told you not to touch that pussy, mate.
He's like, is this a wet dream? It's like, no. He's like, you're right, because I'd be coming right now if it was.
But what's he actually imagining? He's like, oh, because rum would be there. That'd make me sick enough to have your starfish touch my dick.
And the dude hands him a bottle of rum that you have to assume is crusted into his hand. Right. Bootstrap's a crusty motherfucker.
And how crusty is Jack Sparrow for drinking it? He's like, he kind of looks at it. He's like, yeah, all right.
He's sketched.
I have scabies anyways. Fuck it.
He is super sketched, but he just wipes the top off, and he's like, okay, I'm good with it.
And that's when here's my problem, is right here. All of this. Just all of a sudden. Here's this whole backstory now.
Oh, because they have to explain the Pearl, fucking how he... So supposedly Davy Jones made him the captain of the Pearl for 12 years. He argues it's only been 2.
Yeah.
Because he was mutinied on.
Yeah.
But he's an asshole.
He had to blow his shrimp dick to get the Black Pearl in the first place.
That's what I'm saying. So then,
and instead of Jack Sparrow settling that, he's like, well, technically, mate, I'm only 2 years old and the captain. Right? It's like, what the fuck?
That's right. And then Bootstrap's like, bro, that bargaining is not going to fucking work.
He's like, dude, I have a starfish on my eye.
It's like, do you see what's happening to me? I'm becoming syphilis. A human body of syphilis.
He's like, if you're not happy with it, I'm going to transfer this gonorrhea to you. Here you go. And now he has a bubbling gonorrhea on his palm.
He's like, Audi 500, dude. It's like, I'm done. You're an idiot. You can't bargain with me. I'm dead.
So wait, what? Why was he cursed?
Why is Bootstrap cursed?
No, why was Sparrow cursed?
Oh.
So what was the rule? Because we have like 90 Page Master made up rules for Pirates of the Caribbean.
Basically, at some point in time, they never go back and explain why. Ever. He met up with Davy Jones somehow and made a deal with him to make him the captain of the Black Pearl for 12 years.
Yeah.
And it's the end
Well,
of...
it's kind of hard because Davy Jones, he doesn't want to hop in Kathy Griffin's vagina.
No.
So he had to pull a pyro out of that. He's like, man, I'm scared of my own locker. What the fuck?
That's what I'm saying. He's like, I'm tired of that and her meat locker. No, and so basically it's the end of 12 years and now the Kraken's coming after his ass.
Okay, so that's it.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying, no, the rule of it. The rule.
There is no rule. It's just...
There was a rule.
Oh.
He owed like a soul.
Oh,
like,
he owes 100...
Because apparently Davy Jones is Shao Tsung now, too.
Yeah, so Davy Jones will...
He sucks your soul off.
According to this movie, Davy Jones' whole thing is he tells people who are dead or dying that they can work on his ship for 100 years.
Yeah. They just have to live with becoming a barnacle and having gonorrhea.
Yeah, so that's the rule, is that so fucking Jack Sparrow has to work on his ship for 100 years?
Yeah. Why? So he can trick you and fucking make...
Yeah, because if Jack Sparrow worked on your ship, you're losing that ship within like a year.
He'll win the dice game immediately.
He'll do something, fucking Jack. He'll have the monkey with him and just be like, yeah, I know all the dice. The monkey just has a fucking sea snail on its head.
Yeah, and that's when Jack Sparrow gets scared, right? Once he gets the gonorrhea, he's like, no!
Yeah,
I thought I only had scabies. This too?
He, like, wakes the fuck up out of everyone. He's like, just go to land. He's like, which direction? He's like, I don't give a fuck. Go to land.
Well, no, because first Gibbs is like, you mean a port? He's like, no, motherfucker, land. Let's crash land right now.
He says, he's like, run it into the land. That's where we're going. I don't give a fuck.
And he Scooby-Doo's him. He, like, tries to hide from him. He tries to hide from Gibbs. He's like, oh!
I don't think...
So maybe this was the beginning. So maybe, hold on, let's talk about that. So Jack Sparrow, he's a fucking genius in the first one. A pimp, a mumble rapper. He's the shit in the first one. In the fifth one, he's a complete woman-abusing, drunk cartoon.
Yes.
So in this one, he maybe hasn't hit a woman yet, so he's still okay psychologically. But he's just sort of a drunk cartoon, but somewhat smart.
Well, he's under pressure.
Yeah.
Because Davy Jones
He's losing his brain cells. Yes. That's for sure.
Yes.
But
yeah, so he fucking tries to hide from Gibbs and then hide from the Kraken on the boat.
You can't hide from Kathy Griffin's vagina.
No.
That has
Trump's
150 teeth.
Trump's
been trying to hide his turkey neck for a while.
Trump tried to hide from Kathy Griffin's vagina and she just perioded all over his face and it peeled it off. And that wasn't a mask. That was his first layer of skin.
That's why he's so orange.
Yeah.
He looks like a tangerine crayon.
It's called the Kathy Griffin peel.
Oh, God.
You have to pay like $1,000 for that shit.
And what happens? He drops his hat, and like Jack is so fucking paranoid now. He's like, all right, I don't give a fuck. Let's go.
He's like, go, go, go. And then they just cut to some Turkish people finding his hat.
They're like, ha, hat. Let's commit genocide. Yeah.
Yeah, there's just two. A full race genocide. And
they have the grossest teeth out of anybody, right? Because we've seen a lot of races.
Racists and races.
Seen a lot of races and races in the pirate community, and they all just look brown because of the dirt and schmegma that covers their whole bodies.
Well, these dudes, what that all is on their teeth is hummus. They're saving it.
It's crusted over hummus?
No, they're just saving it for later. They don't have a lot of food, so they just hold it in their mouths for the flavor.
Okay, I can see that. It sticks in between the dirt cracks?
Yes.
All right.
And the cavity holes. They call those hummus holes in Turkey.
And that's when we see Orlando Bloom now go see Elizabeth in jail. And, the governor wants to watch them fuck again. He's like, oh, please, can I watch it?
Right?
Actually, I only stare a little bit at my daughter.
He's like, oh, fuck Jack Sparrow. Let me just watch this three-way right here between you, him, and this Irish guy.
And, the guards pull up. They're like, what the fuck are you doing? He's like, I'm the governor. Do you think I just wear this wig because I'm queer?
He's like, I do. What they
He's like, wait, is that a dead hand? Can I figure myself with it?
He's like, you want to see
I
what
like that last time.
He's like, my ring I use to seal documents isn't on my hand. I just slap it on the table.
Yeah, and Orlando Bloom's like, yeah, I gotta go see this. hold on. Let's first explain this before we show Jack Sparrow be the biggest snail trail, schmegma trail scumbag ever. Will and Elizabeth like defend him all the way to the cuff, or even when they get arrested, they're like, "It's fucking Captain Jack Sparrow, okay? It's Captain Scabies,
Captain
right?
Jack Scabies."
And like they're like respecting him, and they're like, "Oh, he's a good man. He's a good man, right?"
Yeah.
And it's weird for what he does to them, how much they fucked with him at first.
Yeah.
It's just hella funny because it's
and even then the dad is like, "Yo, fuck Jack Sparrow, just get free." And they're like, "No, we have to go find him." He's like,
because he always has leverage. His
Yeah.
mustache is leveraged over everyone.
I like how the dad's literally like says, "Fuck Jack Sparrow, let's find the dog with the keys."
That you would risk your life to save sparrows does not mean that he would do the same for anyone else. Now, where's that dog with the keys?
We'll get the fuck up out of here.
Yeah, he does say that, right? He tells her, he's like, "Yeah, I need to go see Sparrow." She's like, "Well, what's the most scumbag place we can think of?" He's like, "Oh yeah, let's go to Mexico."
He's like,
Which is for
"Tortuga,
Tortuga.
Tortuga, Mexico."
And the first montage
Ever.
in Pirates of the Caribbean is a montage of other scumbags talking about how much of a scumbag Johnny Depp was when they walked by him.
Yeah, they're literally
like,
like,
"Oh, when I saw him, I gave him 4 doubloons to beat a transgender," and he did.
he's like, I don't know about Jack Sparrow, but there's a place where I trade me dick for some good pulled pork.
And the Irish guy's like, "Yeah, he fucked my inbred wife. I don't know why."
Yeah, they say he did. That where be you find him.
And the Jamaican's like, "Up, we traded some herb for them delicious pork.
Yeah.
Some jerk chicken.
He's like,
I smoked this pew's the highest I ever been."
he's like, we gave him the Maui Wowie. And you see a boat there with black sails. No sparrow at all.
And the whores were like, "Yeah, he sucked our dick and left."
They just fingered themselves and like wiped it across
Ugh.
fucking the top of his lip, and he
Oh.
was like, "Oh, I have herpes now."
Yeah, what does Orlando Bloom do, like, for real,
Nothing.
in these movies?
He just goes and gets information.
He looks stout and, like, crunches his eyebrows. That's all he does.
He does
Like,
a couple
"Oh."
sword fights.
Yeah, but what difference is that from him and Legolas?
No, I mean,
like, he's just it's 7 movies straight of athleticism, some weird feminine athleticism, and feminine sword fighting.
And like blasé acting. Although in this one he's
And
in love with
definitely
the girl.
eyeliner.
Yeah.
And in a weird turn of events of stereotypes, a black dude is scared to go on land and wants to stay in water.
Yeah, so then Will has to swim, and the black dude's like, I don't know how. He just rows his boat away.
That's when we meet the Apocalypto tribes before they were ravaged and pillaged by the Aztecs.
Oh,
Right?
God. Dude, these
It-
fools
it-
looked gross. I don't know. I'm assuming they're actors. I really fucking hope they got actors for this. These fools looked gross.
And like it was weird because apparently their speech is just repeating small words, and he's like, yeah. Well, they captured Orlando Bloom as he was fucking searching around the island, right?
He was finna fight them all, too.
Yeah.
He's like, I got all of
Fight
you.
y'all. They're like, "Dude, we have blow darts with poo on it."
Even they're looking at him like, bro, shut the fuck up.
And they show up and fucking this shit was hilarious. He was like, "Oh yeah, you're his wee pee pee is eensy weensy."
Yeah,
leaky,
it's-
leaky, snippy.
He's
Unicky.
like
Savvy?
idiot, eunuch, savvy, snip. It's like, what? He fits
And now,
savvy.
now
into
you
it.
can licky.
He's like, you got the sticky icky, right?
Savvy?
Savvy.
They're listed in the subtitles because I like to watch with subtitles. Yes, I am like 69 years old. It says they're a cannibal tribe.
Yeah.
They speak gibberish and they're a cannibal tribe.
So he literally, that is the biggest stereotype of any island, like, tribal people they've ever found. And you're assuming it's like some, like, they're like, oh, you know, it's
Yeah.
the Amazon. Let's just fucking
They'll
be
have
assholes.
piranha-shaped teeth.
Yeah.
Right?
What is up with that? And they all have bowl cuts. Except for the dudes who are bald,
Even
obviously.
even the mom's titties they have bowl cuts of fucking the hair
Mom's
under their
titties
tits.
especially. The vaginas have bowl cuts.
And, you know, the governor's like, maybe if I flail my hands around, I can get my daughter to escape. And that's what he tries, and he
No.
immediately fails like a fucking idiot. Right?
Yeah.
Because that one ugly-ass motherfucker
He
who is...
immediately fails. It's a little more complicated than that.
Yeah, it was the faggiest plan I've ever seen.
No, he just breaks her out of jail and he's like, I got us passage on a boat. I had to suck the captain's dick.
And that's when we see the ugliest
creepy-
dude in the world.
Yeah, who looks like he should have some cool, like, James Bond way
He
of
looked like the
talking.
guy that melted in Indiana Jones when he opened.
Looks like a melted toy, to be honest with you. What was that one fucking Kaplow or whatever?
Yeah, he looked on Nickelodeon.
Yeah.
Which is what I felt this movie was half the time. This movie felt like a Nickelodeon movie, but at the same time, people like died and there's diseases that just like, cloud the screen.
That's fucking gross. Then what the fuck did the Kraken have? Because that fool just spit up a whole bunch of cum.
Because it's Kathy Griffin's, bro. That's
Oh,
what
that's
she's
right,
gonna look.
that's
That's what her
right, that's
vagina's gonna look like.
Well,
when
you know how
she's- how old is she? Like 62?
She's probably in her 50s.
Oh, all right.
62.
Why don't her and Carrot Top just fucking have kids? Like that would be people would actually talk about that.
Carrot Top's on too many roids to have kids. It's like, yeah, bro.
He should be the main protagonist in a horror film. Like he should be the one murdering people.
I think
People would be scared of it.
he is the main protagonist in his life, which is a horror film. That fool's scary.
Yeah, how do you live as Carrot Top?
I don't know. It's funny, as he's gotten older, he's given a lot of interviews, and he's like, the Carrot Top character literally killed his career. Like, he's just over.
Was it that, or is it the fact that it looked like someone stretched out his face and sanded it incorrectly?
It's the fucking roids, bro. He looks like Danny Bonaducci.
God. Oh. He looked like someone took a piece of salami and pastrami and stretched it out as far as it could and shitted on it. So, yeah, Elizabeth escapes in her Pink Panther ways, right?
And she ends up in Lord Beckett's office.
Yeah.
And he's like,
and
"Oh."
somehow he gives the most monotone stare I've ever seen. How do you make a stare more monotone than it already is? He's like,
he literally is sarcastically giving a monotone stare. And then she's like, all right, I'm listening. And then she points a gun at his head, and he's like, listening intently.
she's like, look, I'm hardcore. I was gang raped on a boat.
You don't know what it's
I
like
have
to
to
live.
clap.
You don't know what it's like to live the pirate's life. For as long as I have on the streets.
And she thought he wanted gold with his British ass. She's like, I know what you redcoats like, gold.
Well, because she
He's
thought
like-
that the compass literally only pointed
Yeah.
towards the gold from the first one.
But what she underestimated was his gay lover ways, and he needed to find his gay lover. He was like,
Because the
"But
time-
perhaps you could enhance my cock. 'Cause
Right?
It's small and British.
He's like, you're an idiot because you're a woman. I should have Jack Sparrow come in here and punch you.
He's like, oh, aren't you married? I don't like marriage. It's not for my kind.
They haven't legalized it yet.
And she said something about some calculations or some shit. She's like, oh, I'll put in my calculations. I'm a pirate now.
Yeah.
I could slide on Schmegma so I get places faster.
Well, he's like, put it in your calculations that I will come and rape your husband. I'm looking for a nice asshole to touch.
Then we meet the Sonic couple. The fucking Sonic commercial guys of Pirates of the Caribbean. Bop it! I read the Bible. There's rape in it.
It's like, it says, me eternal soul. He's like, motherfucker, you can't read. He's like, it's the thought that counts. Is literally what he says.
He's like making fun of it. He's like, dude, we shouldn't steal the Black Pearl. He's like, he's like, Bob it, we were rapists. Who would care if we stole the Black Pearl?
He's like, oh, yes, right. He's like, what we'll be doing is relieving them from temptation. He's like, oh, yeah, of course. You know, I guess salvaging is sort of like saving.
And why does that dude, even when he's like a normal, how did they find that guy? Who is that guy?
The guy that goes, ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like he literally is meant for that role.
No, he's
like,
from the original Office, the British version. That's where he got
okay.
his start.
Okay. But yeah, the way he climbs that rope, he looks like the skeletons in the first one.
That's right. He is climbing. He's like, oh, rope. I'm going on Black Pearl. It's about to be my boat. Who's this bald faggot?
And the Apocalypto tribe gives fucking Sparrow a human toe. He's like, does it have scabies? Let me bite the toenail.
Yeah, that was fucking gross.
I think he was testing if he could be a cannibal. I think he was like,
or maybe,
should I eat myself?
Maybe they
I tried it with my penis before, but the smegma, I had to spit it out.
maybe they expected him to take a bite, and he was just like, okay, I guess I'll bite the nail off. Like,
And that's when Gibbs, he has to go in his exposition story. He's like, I made we be raped and eaten.
That's
Those
right.
fucking Islanders.
Yeah, because Orlando Bloom's like, why are they fucking with him again? He's like, oh, he's the king, as long as he acts kingly. But at the end of it, they're all going to eat his butthole out until there ain't none of him left. And what have you?
It's like, what do you think this cage is made out of? It wasn't here until we got there.
He's like, oh.
It's all made out of buttholes.
You'd
As
be
the mute tries to eat him, right?
Yeah, the mute just tries to bite his finger. He's like, you'd be surprised how deep a butthole goes. These fingers were in one.
That's when they're going to set him on fire, and Sparrow's like, he's really right. Like, this is funny. He met his match. Like, Sparrow met his match of, of crazy improvised thinking with these apocalyptians.
Yeah, because he tries to run away, and he gets caught.
Well, he does his, floatable guy with flailing hands in front of a used car sales. It's like, come on, man.
It's like, you remember how your mom used to dance in the 70s? That's how this guy runs.
Like he's listening with an 8-track of Boy George going on.
Like, oh.
He looked fruitier in this one for sure.
Oh,
His blouse was more bloused up.
He was much more
He had
blousy.
more colorful scarfing.
Well, he had dreads. He had gay dreads. One of them was red. That's what I was about to tell you. One of them was red. He had a red dread.
What?
I remember noticing it.
And they can't put Lil Yachty in a movie? Shit.
I told you that's going to be his next mate.
Seeing Lil Yachty with Apocalypse?
Hey, Captain Sparrow,
It's like,
where do you want to go next?
Minnesota.
It's like, oh, it's cool, man. We're just going to go to Tortuga.
Oh, that's your stomach.
That's my
Sorry.
stomach, yeah. We're starving here to make this podcast.
That shit was racist. Who were they?
Who?
They were the Mayans.
Oh,
sure.
the I'm surprised they didn't have those dick gourds like
Yeah,
those
that's
people
what I
on
was gonna
Discovery
say.
Channel.
Or those titty bones that they wear.
And you know what, Discovery Channel? I don't care if it's natural. I'm tired of seeing dicks.
Or
Like, can you
those
blur it-
nasty ass titties.
Yeah, just
That
blur it
milk
out.
as they're walking with jugs.
No one.
They don't
is-
even need to use their hands to milk it. It flops around and milks itself.
because
That's
no
gross.
one is sitting there going like, "Oh yeah, I need to see the natives' titties." And
Except for
bald.
Barbosa.
Yeah,
Ah.
I need to see the natives' titties. A whole bushel of titties. That's
Yeah,
what
and they're doing some Nickelodeon cartoonish shit. They're fucking swinging balls around.
Yeah, how did
They're
they even
swinging
come
the
up with
dead
that?
body.
They're
I
just
don't
like,
know.
okay, let's grab the vines, and then out of nowhere, the Indian guy shoots himself in the foot.
They're
He's
like,
like,
how many different ideas can we do for a ride?
well, we only need about 6 of them.
Yeah, the Dubaians.
Yeah. And then they're just like, oh shit. Well, it's a good thing. And Gibbs is like, it's a good thing all the important people are in this ball, right?
And it's weird because how they die, the Indian guy can't handle a snake. I thought he was gonna pull out a flute and play it, and it was gonna fucking go away.
That's what I was saying. They're just lucky all the important pirates were in that ball. They didn't need to lose anybody.
Yeah, they just lost the shitty Indian crew that no one cared about.
He's like, aye, we have a midget, an old man who can't talk.
And then the ultra small Asian like recruit guy was like, oh, fee 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 wee 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 wee. Whatever the fuck he said. And apparently it's Jack Sparrow being the idiot genius that he is, figures out what they're talking about.
Right? And he's like, go get them.
He's like, go get him. And it's funny because they accidentally set it on fire still, and he like sort of is just like humping his body into the fire. I think he's trying to burn his schmegma off before he gets off.
He's like, maybe this will get rid of the syphilis.
Yeah, and
Gross.
they're just everything is cartoonish about these scenes. Everything is cartoonish. It's a whole fucking cartoon.
Yeah, essentially, because...
Like, this could have been in Disney's, like, Pixar shit, or some Pixar 3D shit.
yeah,
This didn't need to be human life.
because he literally is jumping on this stick, and he frees himself as they're rolling down with a ball. And they're like, okay, well, the ball stopped rolling. Let's lift it up and start running, right?
Yeah, as Gibbs like, lift it like the skirts of the girls we've raped.
That's what I was going to say. They make another fucking rape joke. And then Jack, in his cartoonish way, goes and fights 2 old ladies with a stick. And
Yeah,
they
he
basically...
tries to throw a coconut at him,
Yeah,
and she catches it. She's like, whoa.
she catches it. And then they just start throwing through... through, I am fruit. No, they just start throwing fruit at the pole, and it gets stuck on there, and that becomes part of the story.
It was jungly.
That was... And then...
Yeah, I thought I was watching Jungle Book.
I was half expecting a bear to just start being like, it's the bare necessities. Why is a bear in the jungle?
I don't know.
That's the real
It's
question.
retarded. And like it was funny because some of the some of the cannibal tribe that was dressed up as, like, they painted themselves green with, like, grass on it.
Yeah.
Even though there was no reason to be camo.
Well, no,
They
I guess
always
not,
need to be
huh?
camo.
No.
Like, and then the most cartoonish thing in the world. He fucking pole vaults himself to the other cliff and lands.
And it doesn't work. It doesn't fucking work.
I thought this was Homer Simpson. Like, this is a Homer fucking Simpson scene.
But what's crazier is why doesn't it work? Because of the fucking fruit that the old ladies threw at him.
And it's weird because, I mean, his character should have no problem hitting women. Why not just knock out the two fucking tribal bitches?
He could just bent over and spun in a circle and knocked him out.
He tried to throw a coconut at her. So apparently he's a fucking genius at throwing coconuts.
Yeah. Maybe
He's 2 for 2 on coconut throws.
That's right, because he has the dope, like, quarterback coconut throw later.
Yeah, he it's weird because it's like he flips over and then as he's falling down the cliff, his bamboo stick is obviously long enough to retain tension against the rocks, which lets him troll out. He's just like, ah! But then it's like that's all you hear. With the connection of them rolling the ball, the dead bone ball, whatever the fuck's going on, and his cartoonish fall, it's just like if you didn't watch the movie and just heard the sounds, all you would hear is apocalyptic screaming, fucking Orlando Bloom's gay crew screaming, and the dwarf like, oh, he owes us a boat.
He owes us a boat, and then him going, ah.
And Sparrow's just like, ah.
Oh, and
like Sparrow, they're trying to tell Depp, they're like, we need you to cartoonishly scream these things up.
Even the governor's like, oh.
It's retarded. You know that's retarded. All of that was retarded. And he fell down. And he's Boy Georging running around, fucking avoiding the cannibals. Apparently they're not faster than him with like 100 fucking pounds of clothes on.
100 pounds of like wet clothes too. Wet schmegma clothes. 100 pounds of schmegma in his clothes.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Maybe it's their dick bone that's holding them down.
Well,
it's the thing that they pierce through their nutsack.
Oh, God.
It holds them down so they can't run as fast.
Maybe they're just also
and
malnourished.
all the milk in the girls' titties and let them run around.
God.
That was racist. All of that was racist. And, of course, he tries to do his Jack Sparrow bit, right? He just gives up. He's like, all right, it's Captain
Yeah,
Jack
because
Sparrow.
they finally run up to the ship, and the two dudes who are stealing it.
He's like, it's
yo.
Sparrow F. Wheezy.
Yeah. The two dudes who are stealing it, the fucking, the Sonic couple, they're like, no, never mind, we were getting it ready for you. Sorry, don't kill us, please. Yeah. And as he gets on the boat, he's like, you'll remember this is the day, and then he gets hit by the wave. He's like, fuck it. He literally just goes, Jack Sparrow.
He's like, give me my dildo, and that monkey, I want to rape something. I'm tired of this shit. And he's like, yeah, that's when Will tells him about Elizabeth, right? And, like, Jack Sparrow's like, do you still like that cunt? Jesus, she was fucking stupid.
It's like, she hasn't gotten herpes yet? The fuck?
He doesn't give a fuck about her so much. He's like, dude, Will's like, dude, I'm here to save her because she saved your ass. He's like, well, that cunt should have learned her mistakes.
Yeah.
Motherfucker. I got shit to do. He doesn't even remember her name.
He's like, oh, yeah, that bitch. Oh, God.
He's like, oh, the mosquito bite titties, yeah.
He's like, hide the rum. So that's later on, but he does say that.
And Gibbs is like, we'll be passing fancy. Sparrow's like, no, we're entering the schmegma, mate.
Yeah, because he's like, yeah, because he basically tells him, he's like, I need your compass. And he's like, I'll give you the compass, you help me find the key, motherfucker. And then he goes to Gibbs, he's like, we need to sail up a Black Horse River.
No, it was funny because Will's like, why do we need this? Like, is this a fucking picture? Do you have a mental note yet, motherfucker? Sparrow's like, how much you know about Davy Jones? He's like, well, I know he has a shrimp dick. He's like, that's all you need to know.
That's all you need.
That's all save Elizabeth.
You'll be pleasing it, son. Savvy? And then he goes over to Gibbs. He's like, let's go over to the Horrors River. He's like, is it a passing fancy? Or he's like, no, I need to nut now.
And we see the Scottish pirates, trading kilts for their boils removed and all that shit.
Yeah, and they find
whatever they do.
A dress.
Yeah, because they're so easily tricked, right? Their inbred brains can't handle a fucking dress being on board.
They're just like, it's a ghost. And she's gonna...
They're like, she's probably 12 and naked.
He's like, oh.
Just like you want it.
That's what the captain says. He's like, it's a stowaway. She's underage. She's naked. They're like, let's fucking rape her. And then Elizabeth's like, yeah, rape.
He's like... And then Gibbs explains Kathy Griffin's vagina as they row on to fucking Calypso in Barbados.
Yeah, he's like...
They literally go to Barbados. That's fucking Barbados.
Yeah,
I don't
it is.
give a fuck.
And he just tells me, he's like, yeah, the Kraken is Kathy Griffin's vagina.
She's listening to Rihanna.
It comes out the water once a month, and it sink a man down to the deepest of the depths.
It smells like 1,000 dead corpses.
You open it up. Oh, you'll fall backwards, that's for sure.
Oh.
Can you imagine that the last thing you breathe? Kathy Griffin's dirty, dirty vagina.
Imagine. The last thing you know on God's green earth is the roar of the Kraken and the reeking odor of 1,000 rotting corpses.
It's weird because, like, they go to Calypso, right? Which, you know, she's the Barbadian fucking... She looks like a PCP head.
Well, at this point, they call her Tia Dolma.
Yeah.
Whatever that means.
Whatever that means. And Gibbs is like, I'll watch her behind. And Sparrow's like, it's me friend I'm worried about, mate. She leaks blue waffle out of her mouth.
He's like, just don't put it in me butt.
They tell everyone to mind the boat because no one cares about what Sparrow says. Well, yeah, mind the fucking boat, somebody. And the mute gets stuck to. He's like, oh,
yeah. Even the bird's like, mind the boat, faggot. Flies away.
And then we see Calypso. She's like, I've been listening to Rihanna for 3 hours. That's how I perfected this accent.
You come to
I knew
me.
the wind to blow you back to my pussy, Jack.
It's like, Jack Sparrow. Who'd you bring to me to rape this time?
She wanted to fuck Turner so bad.
He's like, where are you? He's like,
she's like, can you and Sparrow run a boat on me? I've heard of it, Barbosa.
He's like, he hadn't had the pirate right of passage yet, eh? Fucking me and getting scabies.
And they asked, like, apparently this was Exposition City, right?
Yeah.
Apparently that's when they hear about the David Jones and the chest and all that, right?
Oh, but
basically him being a little simp bitch.
He loved the sea. It's like, I heard he loved women. I heard he loved gold. All of them are true except his vagina.
And they're like, what's in the chest? Unclaimed properties of a valuable nature?
Right?
Like, who were those guys sometimes?
Bro, they're
He's
fucking...
like, nature, rape, properties.
He's like, well, actually, the alligator is fucking native to Africa. It's like, what?
The dichotomy of good and evil.
That's
Y'all
right.
look at him like, what the fuck? You're a pirate. Just like him be a simp. David Jones. Davy
Jobs.
And they have to make up rules for Davy Jones, right? Because this script has to create rules or else it's just going to be complete fuckery.
If he has
Which
any...
actually the rules make it more fuckery, but...
She's like, if he has any less than 32 tentacles, he'll die. It's like, what?
The only time he could step on our pussy is every 10 years.
10 years to nut. That's why the Kraken shoots so much.
But yeah, she looks like a PCP head, for sure. And she figures shit out by throwing fucking old crawl legs. She's like, yeah.
Right? And then she just gives him a jar of dirt. She's like, oh yeah, the Kraken's after you. Here's a jar of dirt.
And even Sparrow's like, dude, that's a jar of dirt.
She's like, you don't want it, you can give it
I
back.
get Barbados is stupid, but come on.
That's right. She's like, you don't want it, you can give it back. He's like, whoa, I'm a pirate. I'll take anything. It's a jar of fucking dirt. I
could probably sell it to Gibbs in 2 years for $2.
Yeah, we'll use this cat litter for Cotton when he goes senile.
So she's like, well, your dumbass compass isn't fucking working? He's like, well, you gave it to me, you dumb bitch. So tell me about it.
Did you spit on it first? Why is it so gross?
And he gave her the dead monkey, right?
Yeah, to help him.
She's like, oh, I'll be leaking my mouth sperm all over him. What?
That's fucking gross.
They send Will, and so this is the most fucked up scene, right? And shows how much of fucking a retard Will is. Because the next scene is them sailing and Jack Sparrow, like, tricking this fool. They're like, hey, where's the next ship we can find, Gibbs? We'll probably trick this dumbass into going on and thinking it's Davy Jones' ship, right? He's like, oh, yes, him be retarded like that.
He's fucking stupid.
And he tricks Will and says that's the Davy Jones boat. And Will even kind of looks at it like, dude, that's Davy Jones' boat. It's literally shipwrecked. Like, what the fuck do you want me to do?
He's like, who cares? He's like, I really don't give a shit.
That's fucked up. That was fucked up.
Well, how did they... I don't get it.
I get that there was a bigger plan, because he did try and save him at one point.
Yeah.
So I think there was a bigger plan, but I think Sparrow was like, well, if he dies, he dies, and hopefully that'll make up for my soul, and if not, I just, fuck it, I'm out.
We'll figure it out. I got the picture of a key.
That was dirty. So Will goes to the crazy shipwreck meth head ship, right? They're
Yeah,
They were
because the
getting
one dude's
punished
like
for
pulling
making
a
meth.
rope into nowhere. He's like, I don't know, man. I just never felt like this before. I think I hit too much.
And then the street sharks show up. Davy Jones sends his street sharks.
Yeah, because apparently the Flying Dutchman doesn't fly at all. It fucking is a submarine.
Yeah, so the Flying Dutchman comes out and Davy Jones comes to suck their souls off and dock their dicks with his fucking tentacle hole.
Yes. Would you like to work on my ship? Are you afraid of death? It's like, no. And he's like, well, you're going to be soon.
Have you ever sucked an octopus dick?
Have you ever seen a shrimp dick up close before, son?
He got some of that fucking Jamaican accent from fucking Calypso's Cum.
You boy, you are neither living nor dead. Would you like to suck my cock?
And because Will's such a fucking idiot, not only did he not realize he's getting tricked by Jack Sparrow, he still thinks what Jack Sparrow told him to say
Is a good
relevant.
idea. Yeah, he's like, it came to... First of all, he's saying you're paying off a debt. With what money did he give you to pay off a debt? You can only assume you are in trouble if that's the thing he's telling you
Especially
to say.
if these fools are creatures and murdering people. And this dude has a lobster leg and a shrimp dick. And his face is a fucking octopus. It's an octopus.
His face is gross. It starts to piss me off later.
It was fucking stupid. And the fact that Davy Jones is like butthurt about his whole life because he lost his brown sugar and he can't ever get it back.
right.
You know?
That was
He likes
sort of,
that fucking black tar heroin that comes out of her mouth to go on his cock. That's why.
Have you seen Calypso?
It's a good dipping sauce for a shrimp wiener.
Her vagina is great.
He's such a bitch.
Yeah,
Like, you could tell he's one of those dudes that's so angry about his own sex life that he just pisses off other men.
Well, that's
Like,
exactly what
fuck
he
it.
does here. Because he, like, even looks at Will and he's like, oh, Jack Sparrow's around, eh? He's like, let me smell his schmegma out.
Ugh.
And he does, and he teleports right to him because he has that power. And,
Because Jack Sparrow's looking like a fucking idiot through a giant fucking, what are those goddamn things called?
it's a spyglass
Whatever, yeah.
or a telescope.
And so he shows up, he's like, how many souls, mate? He's like, 99 buttholes, and I'll take Will's butthole as well.
Do you think they're trying to make me sound like Emperor Palpatine?
And then Jack Sparrow's like, I have something that'll tickle your bitchness. He's in love with a woman. A woman you'll never fuck, just like the woman you're in love with, eh?
And then he just thinks about it for a while. He's like, 99 buttholes.
And he rubs his fucking jizz on Jack Sparrow's
Oh,
hand.
yeah.
He's like, I gave you gonorrhea, now you have my jizz. And he just rubs it on Gibbs as he's like, we need to go find it, mate.
And Gibbs is like, I'm about to fucking sock you, bro. The fuck? This is my one shirt, Captain Jack Sparrow. My one shirt.
Yeah. And Elizabeth, because she has no boobs, of course, fitting in with men on a fucking cruise ship. She looks like Huckleberry Finn. Like, what the fuck?
Oh,
Like,
God. Yes, she does.
I get Mark Twain was 400 years after this, but come on. She looked like Huckleberry Finn. And
yeah, she fucking does.
she's like, yeah, these Scottish pirates are fucking bred enough to be retards. I'll just fucking fly a dress around. Like a
they
puppeteer.
fucking
She did the
believe
ultimate
it.
puppeteer.
Yeah, she did. And they fucking believed it. They're like, it's trying to give us a sign.
Yeah.
And she literally...
Because, wait, why? Oh, because, first off, sorry. Jack Sparrow decided, he's like, hey, we need some scumbags that are willing to die. He's like, all right, let's go to Mexico.
Yeah. It's like, we can get 100 Mexicans. We'll only have to pay them like $1 an hour.
$1 an hour to die. Oh,
Two
that's fucked up.
doubloons.
So they go to Tortuga, and apparently Elizabeth, with her, like, pussy queef, can, like, know this, and she makes them go to Tortuga, right?
Yeah. And then they're all at Tortuga. Fucking...
The application list, the tryouts.
Another montage, I guess?
Not really.
Technically?
Because that one guy's like, look, my wife fucks my dog.
And I'm drunk for a month. And I don't give a ass rats if I live or die.
Perfect. Next.
They're like, sign aboard.
And that's when Norrington shows up. He's like, I'm less monotone as before, but fuck you, Gibbs.
He's like,
And I see that. syphilis schmegma motherfucker by the plant.
It's like, what about a man who just learned how to act? Because between this movie and the last one, I got some range. Like, yeah, I guess we'll take you.
And that's when he was like, he basically tells him, look, I died chasing after that schmegma trail. And
he's like, Gibbs like, you didn't take that acting class, did ya? He's like, I did. And I lost my career for it.
He sailed into a fucking hurricane.
Like
Gibbs looked at him like, dude, okay, I thought the pirates were the fucking idiots.
Yeah, it's like, we're supposed to be the dumb ones. You chased a hurricane? Are you fucking kidding me?
And the most cartoonish shit yet I've seen in the movie, cartoon fucking scene number 4, is Jack trying to escape with a plant in front of him.
Yeah, literally
like
just
he Pink
leaves.
Panthers around. Literally,
Oh
that
God.
was Pink
And
Panther.
Norrington calls him out. He's like, so will you accept me? He's like, yeah, okay. And he's like, sorry, old habits die hard. And then he tries to clap him.
Why not?
But then the other dudes who just got signed up is like, that's our captain.
No, he hits a bottle and the guy's like, fuck you, and he starts punching his
Yeah,
wooden
they
teeth
literally just start a fucking brawl.
out. Yeah.
And I guess
Well, this Tortuga.
And this was the tamest you've ever seen a Tortugan bar.
Right?
So I guess they had to start some shit at one point.
That's true. And Norrington's like, I'll fucking fight all of you, I don't care.
Oh, yeah, he does. He's literally down to fight all of them. And that's when Keira Knightley out of nowhere is fucking, what'd you say, Huckleberry Finn, just hops into the sword fight. And she has to knock him out or else he's going to die.
Yeah. And like her being as hypocritical as possible was only tired of him like shouting British bullshit when that's all she does in every movie. She's like, ah! That's all she does every fucking movie.
She's like, I just wanted to have the pleasure of knocking him out myself. And he's like, yeah, yay.
And they threw him where Gibbs' homeless ass used to live in the fucking pig dick.
He's like, I have seen that pig's dick before.
And Elizabeth's like, I feel sad for you, you fucking asshole. She's like, can you stop being my stalker? Like, seriously, I'm fucking over it.
He's like, nary a man come back from the pig pen.
He's like, even as a pirate, you wouldn't fuck me? She's like, no, I would never fuck you.
No, yeah.
You're like 42 years old and I'm still 17, I think.
Oh, shit. And then this is when you see the fucking weird Scottish assassin in the background, like, I'm gonna get these fucks.
Wait, who?
The fucking assassin.
Who's the assassin?
Oh, well, I wrote him down as assassin. It's the fucking East India enforcer.
Oh, yeah. The melted toy.
Yeah, the melted toy.
Davy Jones, being a little bitch-ass simp that he is, like every other person I've ever met in real life that was a bitch-ass simp, he's playing piano. And very, very carefully playing piano.
Yeah, while people are working on his ship.
Yeah. Yeah, right? Because it's commanded by a street shark. I never want to fight with a fucking street shark.
He's like, no, this is our theme song. This is how we know it's time to work. And then you just hear, street sharks.
And they're like, hey, Bootstrap, you piece of shit, can you drop the cannon? He's like, the starfish is over my eye, I can't see it. And that's what that guy looks like in real life. Can we just talk about Bootstrap? That character, they probably barely had to do any fucking makeup for him. He's like, I could just go and crusty. I don't look like I want to die anyways.
Yeah, because they do show him when they turn back to normal people. That fool looks exactly the fucking same. Minus the starfish. He still had the sea anemones.
And Will, apparently just to be a dick, goes to fucking fuck with the cannons, even though he never said his name was Turner. He just said his name was Will.
No, he's not responding to that. He's just responding like, oh, he said Turner, I guess that's fucking me.
But he never told him his name was Turner.
Yeah, he does.
Did he?
Yeah, Jack Sparrow does. He's like, oh, I have for you Will Turner, and guess what? He's a man.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I'm stupid. Well, I'm saying Will doesn't know that, though.
Oh, Will was standing right there, wasn't he?
No.
No?
Will was already on the other boat.
No. Well, I guess he just assumes they know his
No, it's a cinema sin. Yeah. Maybe we could...
That's too deep into cinema.
Maybe we can burn the DVD and fucking play it for you on YouTube while we talk shit about it.
Cinema shanties. You sing pirate songs about movies.
And so Will, being both the retards that they are, they can't hold a cannon together.
Get out of my way, mate.
And they drop it. They drop it on the street sharks, and they're all like, "Arr!"
20 lashes.
I'll run through the boat if I have to. And Davy Jones pulls the 12 years a slave move and makes fucking Bootstrap hit his own kind.
Yeah, and Bootstrap even tells him, he's like, bro, you should be like fucking feeling lucky right now that I was the one who whipped you, because the other guy literally prides himself in taking flesh off a bone.
Right? And he has a fucking hammerhead for a face. Okay? I just have a starfish by my fucking eye. He's an actual hammerhead.
The rest of these fools I look like a person. The rest of these fools, I don't know what the fuck meth they're on.
One dude looks like a piece of meth.
Yeah, he does. He's just a crystallized brick of fucking lava rock or something.
Yeah.
With like little sea anemones that pop out for eyes.
Yeah, and one thing I didn't get about the Davy Jones speak is they're always like, he's like, before the mast, I was actually a homosexual. Like what the fuck was going on? What did that mean? Before like scumbaggery ruled the world?
Well, just before being fucking a scumbag sailor. Yes. Yeah.
So the two retard Turners are talking about how they're gonna do a retarded plan to end up looking more retarded.
And then the wall starts talking to them. He's like, the key
God.
needs a heart, and the heart needs a key, and the key needs a captain.
Of course, right? And pirate riddle roundabout speak, so that there could be a 2.5 hour plot that I could rip my fucking hair out to watch.
Open the chest with the key and stab the heart. Don't stab the heart. The Dutchman needs a living heart, or there'll be no captain. And if there's no captain, there's no one to have the key.
That's literally what that is.
Yeah.
The pirate roundabout speak is just unnecessary bullshit. Like, if you're really this dude that's got your brain attached from Davy Jones' jizz to the fucking wall of the boat, wouldn't you just be like, fuck Davy Jones, it's hid under his fucking pussy tentacles? Wouldn't you just say that?
Maybe he doesn't know.
Are they all that fucking idiots?
Yeah, I don't think any of them anticipate.
There is a riddle for it. There's a pirate riddle saying that the key is going to be on him.
I think that pirate might have made up that riddle right there.
Probably. It's like playing a game. It's like playing Jumanji. Watching this movie is like playing Jumanji. Rules are just made up as we play.
That I would agree with.
Oh, okay. And then, yeah, so then Elizabeth finds Sparrow. She's like, see, look, I found your smegma trail. Can you just tell me where the fuck I need to go to get my actual husband?
And
he's
Sparrow
like, hide the rum. First, he's like, hide the rum.
Hide the rum. She's going to burn it. And what's funny is Jack Sparrow actually tells her the fucking truth, except for the fact that he tricked him.
Well, except for the way he says it. He's like, due to unfortunate circumstances, it has nothing to do with me, mate. He's dead.
Yeah, he's forever now on the Flying Dutchman. And Norrington just rolls his eye in the background. He's like, oh, God, and throws up. It's like, the Flying Dutchman. He's like, and then Jack Sparrow looks at him, he's like, hey, you look terrible, man. What happened to you?
You smelly fuck.
It's like, because I was chasing you for 2 movies.
And they give Commodore a goat.
Yeah,
right?
They're just like, welcome
He's like,
aboard.
oh, God, Elizabeth, are you going to listen to this retard?
Oh, God, let me throw up real quick. That's how bored I am.
And they gave him a goat. And, you know, of course, Jack Sparrow, the whole theme of this movie is that he's becoming such a meth head kook that he can't fucking think of his own ideas anymore, even though they're handed to him.
Yeah.
Because a compass hands him what he is looking for.
Yeah.
And he still can't fucking figure out.
So in this one, he literally needs his thought process being like, oh, well.
I'm just going to give it to people and tell them what they want.
Yeah, and
he manipulates them into telling them what they want so he can get what he wants.
Because he basically tells Liz, he's like, you just want fucking your husband to be free, right? So you want that chest, right? So just really think about the chest. And then he looks at the map.
So is every time that he's looking at the compass, it's the arrow pointing down his diseased penis?
It's like, I wish I had you back, mate.
And then we get to the most retarded part of the movie because, and I don't mean just because the movie's stupid, because it fucking is. It's Street Sharks playing dice.
The liar's dice scene?
But we show how retarded the Turners are, especially the fucking dad.
Oh, God,
This was the dumbest move in the history of movies.
The dad is fucking stupid, right?
So they have this dice game, which apparently it takes away years of butthole slavery from Davy Jones, right? He can't slither in your butthole for this amount of years.
He's like, he's like, what do they play for? He's
it's
like,
my own land. I can walk in it every 10 years.
It's funny. He's like, what are they playing for? He's like, rapes. How many times he rapes you per day? We each start at 5.
Maybe that's why their skin starts turning more into barnacles, because his cum just makes them fucking turn into sea barnacles.
Oh, God.
Oh, God, that was terrible. All right, so yeah, he fucking... So you can see their idiotic bloodline because, you know, Will's like, he's like, so wait, you made up this game and you made up the rules to this game as you went. Can I make up another rule? Can we just call out whoever the fuck we want? Turner's like, yeah, sure you can. And Will's like, I call out Davy Jones. I'll play you for 95 rapes.
He's like, that's not enough rapes.
Yeah, I need an eternity of rapes.
You're like, all right,
fuck it. And all he wanted to do was find where the key was, which, like I said, all fucking idiots aside, it was in him.
Yeah, maybe.
You probably saw it if you looked very closely.
Yeah, maybe on his person.
And being more of an idiot that he is, Davy Jones, just want to talk about this in the future. He obviously wanted the key because they saw some 6-year-old autistic kid's drawing of it.
Yeah.
And that's what they were searching for, right? So if that's what he was looking for, you're going to show him it, beat him in the game, and put it back exactly where you had shown him it was.
Yeah, well, I guess he assumes at this point that nothing bad will happen, but yes.
Or is he just a dumb fucking
Because
moronic
literally
pirate?
the next scene is it getting GURPed.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So, like, the game goes and fucking Will already gets what he wants. You could already tell, like, the movie told the audience that's what he wanted, right?
Yeah.
And then Bootstrap, like, gets his fucking ball sack, and he's like, fuck it, I'm already a starfish. My cock's a starfish, fuck it.
Right. They play their stupid dice game, and Bootstrap loses on purpose so that Will doesn't.
Yeah.
And as they're talking afterwards, he's like,
Fool. Why did you do that?
I couldn't let you lose.
It was never about winning or losing.
The key. You just wanted to know where it was.
he's like, yeah, you fucking moron. He's like, I thought I was dumb. You're a fucking idiot.
Because he gave his life away to Davy Jones. He's like, fine, I'll slither her in that ass for 100 years.
He just looks down and he's like, ah, shit, I'm going to become part of this ship.
And Davy Jones, being the bitch simp that he is, falls asleep to fucking Rihanna's lullaby. Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah, that's what he falls asleep to. And
He's like,
apparently
Ella.
he sleeps standing up over his fucking organ that he cries over like a little bitch. I fucking hate Davy Jones, bro.
Davy Jones is fucking gross, too. Just looking at his character is gross.
I liked him better as the octopus when they showed him as a human when Calypso was like, let me rub my black tar pussy all over your skin.
He's like,
so
all
you
right.
be a man again. Him be a man.
Oh, God.
And that's when, Will fucking fingers his tentacles and gets the key, right?
Yeah, and as
Very
he's
simple.
leaving, his dad's like, here's this fucking gross-ass knife. You want it?
And here's my fucking monologue of how I abandoned... Like, this was funny because Bootstrap, like, tells him, basically, hey, look, I abandoned you. And I can't say I didn't like it either.
Yeah.
So...
And being the moron that fucking Will is, he's like, after hearing that, I'm going to avenge you and free you from this ship. And I'm going to use this shitty knife.
And he says it exactly like that, too.
Yeah.
And I'll let Davy Jones slime his jizz on my face before I ever come back. Yeah, and then we see Elizabeth giving the EIC papers to Sparrow. And Sparrow's like, oh, is that fucking retard British guy asking for the fucking heart? Or it's the chest or whatever. And of course, Gibbs worried about his fucking pirate retirement plan. He's like, oh, the heart rules the seas. We can't give it to those redcoats.
He's like, they'll take it. I've made up another story.
All right, so I'll just switch back sides.
He's like,
that'll work.
He's like, Gibbs, how do you know so much? He's like, I read a lot of books. It's like, because Gibbs seems to know the rules to everything.
And Jack Sparrow just takes her papers, and she's like, hey, give it back. He's like, no, bitch, persuade me. Give me your reach around.
It's like, pirate. She's like, I know how to use a sword. And he's like, do you want to touch my sword?
He's like, how did I breathe my scabies breath into your mouth? Is that going to turn you on? And it did. Got her a little wet. She had to walk away. It got a little wet.
Yeah.
Because he even made a real sound. He's like, ugh. Like he pushed out a kidney stone. He's like, finally free to come again.
He's like, oh.
And yeah, she checks her pants for the stains. And Norrington goes up to her. He's like, I wish I could make your pussy crackle like that when I talked to you back then. I mean, when you were 7 years old. Mm-hmm.
He's like, maybe you shouldn't be so monotone, mate. Women don't tend to like that.
And he kind of tells her, he's like, what do you think, like, why do you think Jack Sparrow's even doing this, you dumb bitch?
Right?
Like, where's your husband? How about you ask that question? Or you just want to suck his cock?
Oh, shit.
And her dream rape of her dream fantasy of being raped by a pirate is slowly coming true because she can have the smartest, most feminine pirate touch her.
Oh.
You know? because her compass points to the schmegma.
Yeah, it does. It points to his
Right to
schmegma.
Sparrow's schmegma. And fucking Will escapes the furry Flying Dutchman. Like, what was that? Was that just like algae or was that fur?
The
on their
furry
ship.
Flying Dutchman. That's like, yeah, it's like algae or fucking seaweed or something.
Or was it Davy Jones' pubes that all got shaved off as he became a fish?
You might be right on that one.
And Will like gets saved by the Scots, and he's like, "You fucking idiots! Can you guys just do something and stop getting drunk?"
Yeah, he's like,
And I'm not
"There's
gonna buy your kilt.
And that's when Davy Jones uses a giant hammer to wake up the Kraken or some shit like that. How does that work?
I really didn't even notice that.
He like just spins around the fucking a giant hammer in his boat and it makes a sound. The Kraken's like, oh yeah, I guess.
I think he just screamed out, "Hey, I'll pay you $300 for a comedy show." And Kathy Griffin's vagina popped out and ate the ship.
And he's like, yeah, ye be wrong.
And they're wondering where Will is because Will fucking trapezed his way into escaping from Kathy Griffin's fucking sad teeth vagina.
Yeah, and he's like hanging out on the boat and he's like, I fucking hope this boat doesn't become a submarine anytime soon.
It's weird too because he's not that smart yet. He's smart enough to do that.
Yeah, I didn't get it either.
He's an idiot.
He's a fucking super big idiot.
And he's like, yeah, dude, he probably got lost at sea. And he's like, I am the sea. Even though I'm not, because a lot of things get past my vision. But, yeah.
As in the fact that he can't
He's like,
find...
wait, I can't find Will and I can't beat him, so fuck Jack Sparrow, let's kill his ass.
That's what he says. He's
Right.
like, who sent him here? It was Jack Sparrow. He's like, Jack Sparrow.
And they cut over Elizabeth and Jack Sparrow fucking flirting, I guess. Because Jack Sparrow's like, my creepy knowledge of the psychological vulnerability of a woman, you are troubled.
And then it seems like
He's like-
she isn't feeling it.
Yeah.
But then she starts hitting on
She's
him.
like, I just wanted to be married to someone, to something. I need cock. And he's like, well, I can marry us and I'll get you pregnant and I'll punch you so you can have a miscarriage.
Yeah, and then she like hits on him and she's like, now, you being the nice guy that you were, you wouldn't just up and rape me right now, would you? And that's when he noticed...
That's what she's asking to be touched.
Yeah. That's when he notices the black mark in his hand. He's like, oh, fuck.
Well, he was trying to marry her first, right? He
Yeah.
was like, that was sort of weird, right?
That was weird.
And she's like, besides the fact that you're a scumbag, have schmegma, you also have a small dick, so stop saying you're that canon, because I don't get that joke. And she almost, like, sucks him off. That was sort of
that's
a
what I'm
weird
saying.
scene.
And he doesn't...
She almost sucked him off in front of the whole crew.
And he just, like, looks at his hand and it freaks him out. He's like, I'm not horny anymore. Kraken's coming back. Kathy Griffin's gonna get me.
Yeah.
That's when they fucking sail... Or that's when he tells her, he's like, all right, we gotta find this fucking island. Because now they're looking for his fucking heart, right? Or they're closing in.
Yeah, they have they have the Sonic commercial guys. He's like, oh, we take him to the Kraken. He's like, I thought it was a Gaken. That's from the Scandinavians.
It's from the Scandinavian for faggot. Kathy Griffin, period, vagina.
And they get to the island for supposedly where the chest is. God, that was convenient and out of nowhere. The compass just leads to plot points.
Yeah.
Like, the compass explains everything.
And then
how great is that for pirates?
When they were like, we can't have this plot in too fast, it's like, we'll just make the compass not work.
Yeah, or make her love schmegma and just keep pointing at Jack.
Jack Schmegma.
Yeah.
Because that's what happens.
Well, they get to the fucking island and she's like, I can't find it. It's pointed to his cock, that's why.
He's like, don't you know? My Schmegma rules all.
In this weird love square, because apparently fucking Turner snuck his way back on to the Flying Dutchman as they fucking submerged into the water and he survived that.
And that's when the two dudes noticed, the fucking Sonic couple noticed the Flying Dutchman submerged and they're like, oh shit, we gotta tell somebody. Flying Dutchman. Rape the sea.
And they're in this weird love square. Because it's everyone that's wanted her pussy that hasn't gotten it yet.
Yeah, all fighting over not her, though.
Not her. And she got pissed off about it.
Yeah, because she starts getting pissed off.
Because Turner shows up and he was like, hey, after I was retarded enough to be tricked by you, I met my slimeball dad and he abandoned me, but I want to save him.
Yeah, and everybody's like, ew.
He goes for the chest, and Sparrow pulls out a sword. He's like, bitch, what the fuck do you think? I could have clapped you like 5 different times. I'm tired of your bitch ass showing up. You know? And then they start fighting because Norrington can't let it go because he wants his British lifestyle back of being monotone.
He's like, if I steal this chest, I will have my rank back. I'll be able to
I can be as monotone as I could be, and no one will say anything.
They'll give me a whole new gay governor to love.
And we can prime a new 8-year-old that I could marry in 20 years.
I can't wait till I'm 50.
And that's when Davy Jones, Davy Jones fucking sends his street sharks, right?
Yeah.
And they're fighting as, like, of course, they have to show Elizabeth, like, cunty screaming again.
Yeah, she's
like, oh, pirates, ah!
And then she tries
I'm, like, going to be really strong for 2 hours of the movie and just be a fucking whiny cunt the rest of it, right?
Yeah, and then she tries to fake faint, like that's going to, like, make one of them run over and try to save her, and they're still fighting.
They're like, dude, we're clanking these swords so we can drown out your fucking cunt ways.
It's like, Will's like, honestly, I hope my dick gets cut off in this fight.
And the Sonic crew, they fucking swoop on the chest.
Yeah, they're like...
That was a cartoon.
That's when
that
he was
whole
like,
scene was a cartoon.
That's when he was saying the relieve the temptation line.
Yeah.
And that's when they fucking gerp
I think
off
he
with
meant
it.
when he came in the wooden guy's eye hole.
It's like, it'll relieve... Because they go over a whole
hole.
Dude, those two dudes are great, because literally in this scene, it's when they just say, like, this is what's going on right now.
Yeah.
It's like, he's doing it because this, he's doing it because this, and she's a cunt.
Well, each wants the chest for himself, don't he? Mr. Norrington, I think, is trying to regain a bit of honour. Old Jack's looking to trade it, save his own skin. And Turner there, I think he's trying to settle some unresolved business twixt him and his twice-cursed pirate father. Sad.
That's very true. That, like, they chase it all the way for some reason, because I think Sparrow just runs. He's just like, oh, flailing time, oh!
Yeah, he does.
He and Turner and Norrington follow him. They have a Three Musketeers fight in the ruins. These random ruins that they find. They have to climb up steps.
Some random fucking, like, windmill. That has,
just
like,
to show that we're actually not trying to kill each other. We just want this to, like, prolong as much as fucking possible.
Oh, that's
We need
true.
this to last for 2.5 hours or Disney won't pay us.
He's like, we need a 30-minute action scene. He's like, let's climb on this water wheel and we'll use it like a Three Stooges down the fucking...
Oh, God, the whole thing was Three Stooges.
Yeah, because they climb on the water wheel and then they're sword fighting on the water wheel.
Sparrow gets away because Sparrow finally tells, he's like, yo, who's the dude that actually fucked your chick? I just gave her smegma. Like, who's the dude that actually fucked her? And when you were about to kill my stupid ass, who's the dumb motherfucker that saved me?
Yeah, Norrington looks at him. He's like, you know, I'm sorry to say he's right and I have to cut your dick off now.
And that's when fucking Sparrow, like, he's like, oh, I'm just going to randomly flip and hopefully I'll land. Like the 9th time I've done that. Then he falls in a gravesite, right?
Yeah.
And he's just like Charlie Chaplin around. He's just meandering and just like, if this was a silent film, you'd still be entertained by Jack Sparrow.
Yeah,
that's how much of a Charlie Chaplin motherfucker
he's an actual physical body actor.
And he's just making cartoonish faces and cartoonish sounds. Like I said, at one point during the wheel, I heard a doink.
Yeah.
Like it was some dude just in the mic going doink,
doink. Literally just a guy going kaplow.
And Elizabeth being, you know, she's just doing something that no one fucking cares about. Even the viewer, you're just like, oh, God, can you get her off fucking screen? Her fucking face looks like the Blue's Clues mailbox.
Her nipples are on fire.
And the Sonic commercial guys are like, oh, bop it. We'll rape you now.
They come up to rape her again. And that's when
they still have feelings from the Black Pearl.
Yeah, because they just go right back into Black Pearl mode.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, pop it, rape. I'm gonna get you this time, bitch.
And they're so fucking stupid, they run with the chest and hit a tree.
Yeah, because the fish guys come and they just pick up the chest and run. See, honestly, out of all the sword fights, theirs was the coolest.
Yeah. Although, like I was just saying, like, them being on land, they have any bit of scariness. Nothing.
Yeah, but why theirs was so cool...
The street sharks.
The street sharks.
Yeah.
Why the Sonic guys and Keira Knightley's sword fight was so much cooler than the other one, it was 3 people trying to use 2 swords, so they had to keep switching off with each other.
Yeah, that's true.
That was a cool scene.
Even though you didn't expect the balding Gimli to fucking fight so well with a sword.
It's like anorexic fucking Legolas and the bald Gimli.
And how does Sparrow get his chest? he sees the tribal Asian hermit crab running with it. He's like, oh, booga looga, booga booga looga.
Yeah, he just throws a coconut.
Yeah, he Peyton Manning's the coconut right in his fucking head. Cartoon. As Will Turner and Norrington are fucking balancing on a water wheel, because apparently Norrington's that athletic, even though he's British. They're probably the least athletic people in the world.
God, this is ridiculous.
It was fucking retarded.
And now they actually get in the wheel for a while and start
Yeah.
fighting each other.
God.
And that's when Jack Sparrow gets the fuck out. That's when he hits the Asian guy.
Yeah.
As they're rolling, like literally.
Because the whole time Sparrow's trying to get the key that like his stupid ass got locked on the wheel as well. So he's running the wheel as they're balancing on it to fight. Wow.
Yeah, so he gets the
That
key.
almost deducted like 2 points because it was so fucking retarded.
That was bad.
And Sparrow puts it in the dirt and he fucking runs out and hides it in his little longboat, right?
Well, yeah, he puts it in the jar of dirt. He's like, oh, jar of dirt. Perfect.
And the Commodore apparently took the heart because he returned back.
Well, no,
he
because
took the heart.
they
right?
totally play that out too. Because as he's searching through Sparrow's clothes for the pardon, he sees there's dirt just on the shit, and he's like, "Oh, the heart must be in the dirt."
Yeah, that's true, right?
Like, there's no
and
other.
Sparrow
reason.
just mollywops the fuck out of Will.
Yeah, he does.
He's like, "This is for being so fucking stupid," and slaps the shit out of him.
With an
But I think
oar,
he was
right?
figuring out that Will knew the heart wasn't in the chest.
Yeah.
So he's just like, "All right, I got to do it."
Yeah, because he hits him with the oar and just knocks him the fuck out. And then he literally tells Elizabeth, he's like, if you really want him to be useful, then use him as a weapon.
Right? Yeah, and Commodore takes the chest and he's like, "Oh, I'll save you, even though I'm not at all. I'm just being Commodore." And the Filipino fishman, he's like, "Oh, over your cold, rape dead body."
And the Commodore's like, all right, see ya. Fucking just runs.
I don't want no weird Filipino fish dick.
He's like, I'm not down with that.
And Sparrow gets back on the Black Pearl, right?
Yeah, he gets back on the Black Pearl, and then he sees Davy Jones. He literally mocks him with a jar of dirt that doesn't have the heart, and he's like, hey, you got to see what the fuck
he
I got
fucking
here.
fell.
Yeah, he falls.
That was actually legit funny.
Yeah, because it made no sense as to why he fell.
And it made no sense what he was doing, because Davy Jones was like, dude, I don't give a fuck. I'll go get the heart after. I'm just going to clap you motherfuckers right now. And apparently another made-up rule in Pirates of the Caribbean, if Calypso's pussy queef fucking blows enough, the Black Pearl's faster than Davy Jones' ship.
Yeah, because they get the fuck out of there, and Davy Jones just like, all right, fuck, remember that Kraken we had? Why don't we just use that, assholes?
Yeah. As the Black Pearl just has the dwarf crawl to any random, vantage point. He's like, oh, he owes us a ship. He's like, can that motherfucker stop saying that shit?
It's like, bro, is that the only thing he knows how to say in English? Like, we're pretty sure. He's worse than the bird.
And Sparrow being an idiot, he's like, oh yeah, this will be properly rested on this fucking non-stable fucking wooden plank that I have.
Oh, and then another pulse into the water that awakens something.
Oh god, right?
For the fourth time
the
in the Pirates
Aquaman
of the
sonar.
Caribbean. That's right.
Because Aquaman exists in this world. That'll probably be the next villain in the next movie. It's like, Jack Sparrow bested me, he took my fish. Now he rules them on the Black Pearl.
Ugh. That sounded gross for some reason.
Well, fish can live. Apparently
That's
in
true.
these movies.
In this movie they can.
And he's like, he drops it on the ship. He's like, where's the thump thump? I was like, oh my god, bro.
He does
Is this the Flintstones?
He calls it the thump thump like an asshole.
And Kathy Griffin's vagina just slithers up on the ship like it would, right?
Yeah, and
the
then
Kraken's just slithering. And apparently Will's smart on one thing, and that's how to beat the Kraken. That's the only thing he knows.
Yeah, because they beat the Kraken. That might not even. He didn't even do that. First thing he does is shoot its arms off with the cannons, and then they're like, "Did we win?" He's like, "No, of course we didn't win." He's fucking. Those are arms. And they're like, "We need a bigger explosion," so they get all of the gunpowder and the rum together, which the pirates aren't happy about. They're like, "The rum."
Yeah, those
fuck.
Oh god.
And they make a bomb. They essentially make a bomb.
Yeah.
And that's what they're gonna do. They're gonna get the Kraken.
That was smart though.
I mean, it's smart, but it had no end game.
Well, you can't kill Kathy Griffin's vagina because it comes right back.
No,
even nastier and slitherier.
Even Monostat can't kill Kathy Griffin's vagina.
And Gibbs is like, I know you bunch of dumb pirates do nothing for free, so heave like you're paid for it. And Gibbs is just standing around trying to shoot his pistol at the Kraken. He's like, I don't know what to do. Jack Sparrow smegma.
That is what he's just waving a gun around like, oh, fuck me.
And you just see fucking Puppet 1 and Puppet 2 fucking jerking each other off in every room they possibly can before they die.
Jerk me off. Feels good. Puppet.
And Jack just apparently, like, fucking floated away. He was already on his way out.
He was getting the fuck out of there.
And Elizabeth was like, that coward, but God, I want to suck his schmegma.
But then he has, like, a moment where he just looks back at the Black Pearl. He's like, I had me first rape in there. Would be unwise to leave it out in the shores myself. And he just sails on back.
Yeah.
Comes back and saves the day.
And has the most incredible shot of all time.
Slow-mo shot. It was like something I'd have wanted. I thought he curved the bullet.
Yeah, and he blew up the Kraken.
And again, they're like, did we win? He's like, no, not at all, dude. Those are still just arms.
And they took the longboat to get home because they're like, yo, we got to get the fuck out of here. Everyone has, like, their conference talk, and Gibbs is like, all right, I'll just listen to everybody. And then, all right, we need hope. Let's leave.
Like, we got it.
I'm going to say it in a pirate way so everyone can understand.
Right? He's like, what does he say? He's like, abandon ship or abandon hope. But don't abandon the women and the rape. That's a pirate's life for me.
Don't forget the domestic abuse, mate.
He's like, oh, you're right, Captain. Tis a sad day without hitting a woman.
And what does Elizabeth do, being the fucking stuck-up whore that she is? She uses their sexuality, and she fucking cuffs Jack's schmegma to the boat, and he obviously can't leave because that shit sticks to you forever.
And in one last-ditch, like, effort of being clever, he gets the oil to pour on his hand to escape, which he does.
Well, no, it was... Well, first off, he looks at her like, pirate, I turned you out.
He does.
He
He's
turned
like,
her out.
You're a pirate. He's like, I can't even
He's
be
like
mad.
giving this crusty-ass smile, right?
He can't even be mad. He's like, all right, I figured this was going to happen to me eventually.
That's true.
It's happened every time. It's like, this was...
Well, I think she actually cuffed him to the mast. She's like, I'm not going to let you beat another woman.
He's like...
Oh, I will, mate.
No, really, she's like, the only way we can kill the Kraken is by poisoning him with someone who has enough syphilis and schmegma.
And that's what happens.
It's like, I understand.
The infamous epic climactic scene, Kathy Griffin's pussy versus Jack Sparrow. It sprays his discharge all over him. He's
like,
used to
ugh.
the schmegma. He's like, I don't care.
He's like, oh, mate.
He's like, I fuck Calypso. Do you know what that looks like?
It's like, it's a good thing I use Monostat as a sunscreen.
And, you just see Davy Jones being a little bitch. He's like, yeah, that fucker's finally dead. Apparently, I don't think it has anything to do with Jack Sparrow. I think he's just angry that Jack Sparrow dipped in his brown sugar as well.
That's true, because they do give Jack Sparrow a little bit of a eulogy on the boat, but they're more of just like, yeah, fuck that guy. And then they go over to he's like, but then he...
And they all just believe Elizabeth that Jack Sparrow sacrificed himself? And how stupid that turned out for her plan, because it made him more of like a Tupac god to them.
Yeah, because now they have to go on a whole nother loaded adventure.
Well, no, they're like, he died for us.
Yeah, he died for our sins.
It's crazy.
Baby.
She's fucking stupid.
Well, what's funny, too, is like, fucking...
Because she says it wants him. That Kathy Griffin's pussy wants Johnny Depp.
He stayed behind for that. But what's funny, too, is like, basically fucking Davy Jones sits there and he has a thought. He's like, oh, fuck, Jack Sparrow did handle this chest.
Yeah.
And he's like, literally like, check the chest. And he literally goes and he's like,
Damn you, Jack Sparrow!
And he fucking...
It was just his leftover schmegma that was in there.
Yeah, he's like, oh, and the eyeliner. Used eyeliner.
Apparently Sparrow bested them again, right?
Yeah.
Because apparently he's the biggest genius in the planet. And as soon as Norrington gets to Britain with the Davy Jones heart, he becomes more monotone. Automatically, he's a monotone actor now.
Yeah, he is.
At first he had some heart. He had a little bit of umph in him.
It's like,
and I was just like, oh,
he's like,
I'm
can
back.
you please give me my rank and position? And I've got a heart.
So now that they're feeling guilty, so apparently Keira Knightley had to make it way more fucking harder for herself than possible. Now they have to do the impossible because they go to Calypso, which they had their little Barbados funeral, which is a bunch of black people in water. Singing Rihanna songs.
It's Barbados.
I think I saw Tim Duncan in there.
Yeah.
Or where the fuck?
No,
he's from some island.
He's a little too light to be there.
No, he's from an island. He's from the Virgin Islands, which is basically Barbados.
Which is basically the story.
Except for
of his
none
life.
of them are virgins in Barbados.
Except for Tim Duncan.
Because Calypso fucking spreads her fucking seed around us for sure. Yeah, and they apparently Will is all butthurt that Elizabeth gave Sparrow a little handy before she left. A little old-fashioned. He's like, oh, motherfucker.
She's like, Will, I've just done it to every pirate I've come across. And he's like, that's a whore. I hate her so much.
And then Calypso's like, you can bring him back. What are you willing to do? Are you willing to eat my pussy?
And they're like,
you need a captain who knows those weird and infected seas.
And that's when you fucking Barbosa.
Oh, shit.
Pimp-ass Barbosa with his monkey and a bushel of apples.
Yeah, and his dingleberry monkey hair.
And, dude, how juicy was that apple? Because he took a bite and
how
literally...
crusty was his beard?
He's like, hi.
That monkey diarrhea crusted over really bad in this one.
He's like, I didn't have the monkey, so I used the apple juice as a gel.
He's like, wait, did I get called here for a rape?
How did I get brought back to life? No one will ever know. We won't explain that either.
And now, so what is this? This is Pirates 2A?
Yeah.
And the next one's supposed to be 2B?
Essentially, yes.
Which is saving Jack Sparrow from the fucking cunt decision that Elizabeth made?
The next one's 2B and C because they made it too goddamn long.
Yeah, and that's the end of the movie.
Yeah,
solid movie. Entertaining, very Acme cartoonish, but it sort of just sucked. It's pirates.
See, I mean, I didn't think it sucked, but I think it definitely lacked a story. But at the same time, when you go back to the ones that are heavy in the story, you're like, yeah, maybe that's not a bad thing.
Yeah. Because how many ideas can you think of within a ride?
Yeah, just have them fight each other at this point. Like, that's all I want to see.
Click the subscribe button, bitch.
Yeah,
fight. Oh, I gave it a 7. I gave it a, excuse me. I gave it a 7.3.
I gave it an 8.
10. So check out our old episodes on Pirates to see where they're at. I think I gave Black Pearl a 9.3, and I gave fucking Dead Man's Dildo. I think it's a 0. It's a 0. I'm not dividing my butt cheeks for no sea god.
I gave Dead Man's Dildo a 3, and I gave Curse of the Black Pearl an 8.5. Yeah.
And like I said, these movies are about as depressing as Gibbs' homelessness before he got picked up by Jack.
Was it that depressing? Because he had 3 roommates. He just happened to
that
be
looked
pigs.
like him.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're on fucking iTunes right now, just click that subscribe button and go make a bunch of fucking accounts and download these episodes.
Yeah, and listen to us while you're
saying... Make us rich.
Listen to us while you're saying...
You want to get sponsored by Vienna Sausage?
I don't want that, no.
You don't want Vienna Sausage funding us?
No.
They got drug money, bro.
How does...
Vienna Sausage is all profit.
Yeah, because it's all garbage.
Or maybe we get sponsored by weed.
I don't
bet you everyone that's listening to us is probably a pothead.
Yeah. Or podcast.
If you think what we're saying is funny, you're probably fucking high.
Or racist. Or you like rape. Or you have raped.
And if you're on SoundCloud right now, I don't know why you are, but follow us. And go check out all our old episodes. Listen to the Fast and Furious ones. Go watch every fucking Fast and Furious movie. Be balded and browned out and fucking watch Tyrese become a cannibal. Watch fucking The Rock just become an asshole. Yeah, and watch Vin Diesel slowly die.
You can buy them all on DVD, the fucking box set, bro. Hit that shit.
We have the box set.
We do.
Yeah, go check those out. And go check out all the other ones. Go check out X-Men too. Get those up because they're fucking hilarious. And I think that if we watch one more if this is the best of Pirates of the Caribbean, oh god,
this is the best. These first 2 are the best.
So we'll get to these, especially when it becomes mermaids and fucking Penelope Cruz fucking looking like a blue jay with giant boobs.
Yeah, I'm over that, dude.
And that's my order of opinion.